It's 2026, it's June, and I'm excited because Who Knew It with Matt Stewart is celebrating 200 episodes with a big live show here in Melbourne, Matt.
Yeah, at the Basement Comedy Club here in Melbourne, and it's a full 75-minute show.
Oh, wow.
Maybe the longest we've done, with guests Dave Warnicky,
That's me.
Jess Perkins,
That's me.
Mish, Big Wet Wittrup, and one more to be announced. Who could it be?
Whoa.
And we are also coming with Do Go On to Canada.
Oh, Canada, etc.
I still don't fully believe this is real. I'm so excited.
It
You'll
is real.
believe it when we touch down.
And
David is like, if this is like one of your fucking pranks.
No, I'm not going to punk you. I swear we are going to Canada in September 2026. We're going to be hitting up Vancouver, Calgary, Montreal, and Toronto. And if you want tickets to the Who Knew It or the Canada tour, visit our website, dogoonpod.com.
And if you sign up at patreon.com/dogoonpod, you can get discount codes for all those shows. I mean, and you know what I mean.
This podcast is brought to you by Thomson Reuters. The best don't just do their work, they change what's possible. Cases won, audits completed, jobs saved. Behind every one of those moments is a professional who needed to get it right and did. Thomson Reuters builds the technology that sharpens insights, speeds up decision-making, and powers the outcomes that matter. So when professionals act, the impact is felt by everyone. Be a changemaker. Visit tr.com/changemakers.
Big news! Boost Mobile is now sending experts nationwide to deliver and set up customers' new phones at home or work.
Wait, we're going on tour?
Not a tour. We're delivering and setting up customers' phones so it's easier to upgrade.
Let's get in the tour bus and hit the road.
No, not a tour bus. It's a regular car we use to deliver and set up customers' phones at home or work.
Are you a groupie on this tour?
We deliver and set up phones. It's not a tour.
Oh, you're definitely a groupie.
Introducing Store to Door. Switch and get a new device with expert setup and delivery wherever you're at.
Delivery available for select devices purchased at boostmobile.com.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Do Go On. My name is Dave Warnicky, and as always, I'm here with Jess Perkins.
Hello.
And this week we are joined by a very special guest, a man whose name we say often in vain. It's our editor and friend, AJ.
Yes, editor first, friend second.
Correct.
I'm okay with that.
Correct. Know your place.
Thank you so much. Thank you
great.
for having me here. I'm excited to be here.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for messaging us a couple of weeks ago and saying, hey, I've done something kind of wacky, crazy, and I've written a report. And we said, fantastic. Can you come in immediately?
Yes, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to, without revealing too much, my topic is pop cultural themed, as is my exclusive interest. And what I love about coming on Do Go On and telling you guys about something pop cultural is, with the utmost respect, you're not cinephiles. You're not.
How fucking dare
What
you?
the hell? Sorry, can we turn this guy's mic off?
You're history buffs, whereas I like focus in on film history.
I'll
Can
have
we
you
say
know
that?
I don't remember anything about history either.
She's just buff.
My point being that I couldn't do this report on my podcast because anyone I could get on from my podcast corner would be like, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
okay.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
for
know this
us,
fun
it's
fact.
going to be mind-blowing. Us
I
little
hope so.
simpletons.
Bro, is
I hope
there
so.
film in the camera? How do they make sure that they capture the images?
How do they do that?
It's not that you won't understand how it works, just that it will be new information to you, which
Great.
might not be the same for
I
everyone.
can't wait to know this story and know it so well
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
go, actually, AJ, I think you'll find.
I was 88, not 89.
And we can reveal a little off-pod magic here, Jess, is that originally I was offered a spot to record without you present.
Yeah.
And I had to make a judgment call that you would care more about this than anyone else. It was like, can someone else? Which could be wrong, and if it is wrong, That's a terrifying. I've totally pegged you as like a certain fan of something.
I think I think you know me well enough to make an accurate call on that. I also, and this doesn't have to be an on-pod conversation, but recently we were talking about my top 4 movies, and I had 2 Richard Curtis movies, and we were like, something's got to go. I think I've swapped one out, and I've put in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, wow.
Very
okay.
cool.
Because I was clearing out DVDs recently and went, why do I have so many DVDs? And I had that and went, that's one of my favourite movies.
And
Nice.
did it make the cut?
Nah, I don't think so. Oh, maybe it did. Maybe I kept it. It was like this will I kept Some Like It Hot and Breakfast at Tiffany's because they won't always be on streamers. You know,
Yes.
maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Shut up. Point is, I know stuff.
Well,
You
let's
do
find
know
out.
you know stuff, which is like, that's actually why I wanted you on, because otherwise I felt like I was going to have to really make Matt and Dave care about this topic.
Yeah, and now all you have to do is make Dave care.
I'll have you know that I care so much about whatever we're about to talk about.
That could be true. That could be true, actually. I am just assuming, which is always a good thing to do, especially with friends and people who trust you.
Yes. So we always get onto the topic with a question. You messaged
Yes.
us before saying you were writing a question. Mm-hmm. What is your question for us?
I was literally writing a question on a piece of paper because I've got a little prop for you guys. I've got 2 questions because my original question has the name of the report in it.
Sure.
So I was like, I gotta get there somewhere else. And I did think Matt was going to be here, and this is for me to bait Matt. But just so we're clear, my question for opening the episode, just so we can agree up top, how do you pronounce this word?
Oh, okay. He's holding up a word, and there are 2 ways that I know.
Oh, yes.
Matt Stewart would say, who by the way is fine, everyone.
He's fine. He's absolutely fine.
He would say Renaissance, but I would say Renaissance.
Jess, what do you think?
I would say Renaissance, but when you said, how do you say this? I was like, well, it's, people might say Renaissance.
But do we agree that that's how Matt might say it?
Yeah, probably.
I think Matt would go, how would you say that, AJ? How would you say that? Could it be this? And then every time I would alter, because I say this word 500 times in this
Great.
report. So every time it would alternate. This is about an American thing, so I'm going to go with Renaissance.
Okay.
That is
Oh,
the
okay.
American spelling, which brings me to the question. I'm not doing a report on the Renaissance, don't worry. I'm doing a report on the Disney Renaissance.
Oh.
Are we at all familiar with what that refers to, or what that means, or what that is?
I mean, I feel like I could have a stab.
Yeah. Are we talking? Obviously, we know what a Renaissance is. We know what a Renaissance. We know what Disney is.
I'll ask you a better question. Can you name me the 10 films in the Disney Renaissance era?
Oh, is that when they came back with like Little Mermaid era stuff?
Very
Was it
good.
The
Yes.
Princess,
Okay.
Aladdin,
Yes.
Yep.
Lion
Great.
King.
Great. That's 3.
Okay.
Tarzan,
Correct.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Hercules.
Oh,
Correct.
he's a guy. That's a good one. That's a good line from Hercules.
Mulan.
Oh, Dave.
I'm thinking, I think that like Bambi and stuff, that's too old. That won't be in there.
Correct.
Jeez.
Frog Princess.
No, that's a bit later.
I was going to say that's too late, so it's okay. It's somewhere in there. It's our era essentially of Disney.
Yeah.
Well, it's all of our eras, I suppose. Maybe it's
Yeah,
best
true.
that Matt wasn't here
Yes.
because he wouldn't be able to shut up about Bambi or whatever.
Yeah,
came
Snow
out.
White. He'd be like, that was
gosh,
revolutionary.
when we first saw the Steamboat Willie, it was so incredible.
Beautiful.
I'm going to read you the answers in reverse order because the trick question outlier is the second film released, and I want to save that reveal. So, in 1999, Tarzan, 1998, Mulan, 1997, Hercules,
Yes.
1996, The Hunchback of Notre Dame,
Of course.
Of course. Yes.
1995, Pocahontas, 1994, The Lion King, 1992, Aladdin, 1991, Beauty and the Beast. I think we might have missed that one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and that was very successful.
In 89, so I'm skipping one, the first one was The Little Mermaid, but in 1990, the second film in what we call the Disney Renaissance is, of course, The Rescuers Down Under.
The The Rescuers down. Do you know that?
The second best thing to come out of the third best thing to come out of 1990. I realised we're not one person as I was saying that, because I was like, the first best thing is The Birth of Us, but that was 2 different events on 2 different days.
That's right. Very close together.
Very close together.
Could have been one long
almost as close as people could get.
Yes.
It could be also the third best Australian thing that came out in 1990 because it is a sequel to a movie called The Rescuers. We'll talk about it later. But yes, so first of all, how do we feel about Disney? I don't know what your guys' relationship is. Are we Disney adults? Dave, you've got a young child at the moment. Are you showing them Disney movies, that sort of thing?
We're sort of vaguely dipping our toe in the water at the moment. Of the ones you've read, we've only just read out. We've seen Aladdin. We watched Aladdin recently, but then we've gone a bit older and gone into like Jungle Book is a big hit at our house at the moment, which is my favorite. That was one of the few videotapes we had growing up, so I absolutely smashed that. So I like them. They're okay. I'm not super...
This was the attitude I was worried about having only you and Matt with. But Jess, I don't know. Maybe you fucking hate Disney as well. Tell me.
Are you hoping that I love it? Like, would that be the vibe you need?
I'm hoping you will have a more of a passing familiarity with a lot of the stuff I'm describing.
Yeah.
Whereas Dave, your movie taste, as I've come to learn, is more action movie. Which is, and you know what? That's valid.
Yeah.
That's also
I appreciate
valid.
you, but I did also... I wasn't always watching Die Hard between the ages of 0 and 8, so there were... the first movie I ever saw at the cinema was The Lion King, which a lot of people...
Perfect. No, this is great. Cool.
Of my age, our age, it was similar to.
Yes. I think of those, The Lion King was the one I watched the most.
Yeah.
And I've definitely seen all of them. Some more than others.
Yeah, same.
Definitely, or some that I didn't really like The Hunchback of Notre Dame very much, and I don't think I really liked Beauty and the Beast that much either.
Yeah.
But I've watched them all more recently. I wouldn't call myself a Disney adult. Have I been to Disneyland?
You want to avoid being called that, to be honest. I think it's got a lot of negative connotations these days.
Yeah, I went to Disneyland as an 8-year-old and then as like a 22-year-old. And
Nice.
I might, if I never go to Disneyland again, I won't regret that on my deathbed. But if I do go again, great.
You'll have a good day.
I've definitely not more into, but I probably have seen a lot more and more frequently, like the Pixar. Once that kind of took over
it
later.
all comes up because what I love about movie making topics is that you throw a stone at it and it splints off into 100 different directions. You know, you'll find out this project was cancelled, and because of that, this project went on to be made instead, and that project changed history.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's shit like that. It's everything. It's such a volatile, explosive butterfly effect where so many things so I've tried to represent that in this report by like following some of these tangents to show you like just how important this era was to cinema, current cinema as well.
Awesome.
So I wouldn't call myself a Disney adult either, but like many 90s kids, I have immense nostalgia for a few of these films. But my desire to do this report was fueled more by how pivotal this era was to Disney, but also the very state of film as it exists today. I believe that if Do Go On focused exclusively on pop cultural history instead of broad history, this would be one of your first 10 episodes. Like, this is essential reading for understanding the world around you.
Wow.
Okay, essential reading.
I feel like I really need to pay attention.
Yeah.
I was hoping to just kind of zone out for a lot of this, but...
Fair enough, yeah. An AJ report, kickback, zone
Okay,
out.
fantastic. He's doing the report, he's editing it. I'm technically here, but...
Yeah, that's right. You'll sign your name to
I'm
it.
still getting paid.
Yeah.
This is a story of beauty and wonder, but also betrayal and darkness and death. Multiple real people die in this story.
Wow.
It's pretty hectic.
And not of like old age.
Not of old age.
Whoa.
Certainly not. No.
Certainly not.
This is the story of the making of the modern millennial mythology, the characters they brought to the world, the game-changing storytelling they established, and the many, many cultures their mostly old white male directors appropriated along the way.
Yes, lots of those. Yes.
Let's get into it. The Disney Renaissance era was a period of time between 1989 and 1999, which many see as the greatest run of films in animation history, and a return to form for the now miserably successful Disney Corporation after years of struggling to reconnect with audiences in the wake of Walt Disney's death in 1966. And Matt's not here, so we'll move on.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that. That's
I don't
fun.
give a shit about that year.
I do now, because we lost Walt?
I was going to say, is this a bigger fact? Like, I feel like Walt Disney's a big enough public figure that you would remember next time you hear 1966.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because I think Walt Disney only died once, and the St Kilda Football Club has only ever got to win that grand final once. So it's
There
perfect.
we go.
It's perfect.
He only died once.
That's right. I mean, you can try and put the St Kilda Football Club on ice and freeze their heads or whatever, but they're not coming back.
Coming back. Never.
Exactly. The films included in the Disney Renaissance share many traits. Most of them are at least partially inspired by well-known public domain stories. They contain some of cinema's most cunty villains, and I can say that. I'm the editor. And of course...
They really do. Ursula, oh my God.
I can say that.
And of course, all but two of the films are Broadway-inspired musicals, boasting some absolute bangers. Top 3 Disney songs for me. I'm going Be Prepared from The Lion King, the
Great
one that Scar sings.
Who sings that? Oh, that's Scar.
Scar, it's
okay,
the villain
that
song, yep. I'm going Friend Like Me from Aladdin, the one that Genie sings to be like, I can do whatever you want. Exactly.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, even I'm not a musical fan, and we all know this, but Robin Williams is an absolute powerhouse in that movie.
Exactly. And my number one favourite Disney song is I Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules. Are you guys familiar with that one?
Hercules has some great songs. Because
Absolutely.
again, it wasn't one that I watched a lot, but if I've rewatched it lately, I've gone, this is a better movie than I thought it was.
Okay.
Like there's some good songs in that one. I don't think I know that song
We're
super well.
going to be talking about lyrics quite a lot. They're quite an essential part of this. So I have pulled up the various lyrics, so I could read you an excerpt from the song if you like.
Sure.
This is how it starts. It's sung by Meg, the love interest in
Yes.
Hercules. And she goes, if there's a prize for rotten judgment, I guess I've already won that. No man is worth the aggravation. That's ancient history. Been there, done that. And then the muses come in and go, who you think you're kidding? He's the earth and heaven to your child. Anyway, I promised myself I wouldn't sing too much on this report.
That is great. That I don't know if this reference will make any sense to you, AJ, but this will suggest that felt like that game on the TV show Spicks and Specks where you're trying to guess a popular song, but they're reading the lyrics just out of a random book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Nice.
I was always really good at that game.
When Disney first began producing feature films in the 1930s, you'd recognise many of the same traits as the Renaissance films. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Pinocchio are both musicals based on public domain properties. A decade later, in the 50s, you've got Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, Sleeping Beauty, Sword in the Stone. These all qualify as well. And the other classics that make up that era, which include Fantasia, Dumbo, and Bambi, and Lady and the Tramp, 101 Dalmatians, and The Jungle Book. These make up what we refer to as Disney's golden and silver ages.
Right.
So that's the golden age being from Snow White in 1937 to Bambi in 1942, and the silver age being Cinderella in 1950 to The Jungle Book, your favourite, Dave, in 1967, the first Disney film released post-Walt's death.
Silver Age? How dare you?
I can't believe it came out in 1967.
Yeah.
We watched
Wow.
we watched The Jungle Book 2 the other day as well. And that was like
How was it?
2003 or something. It's you better believe the best song they do in both movies is Bare Necessities. Of course they bring it back.
As you guys know, I, of course, have seen Jungle Book 2 because I've seen the complete franchises. I've seen
Yes.
240-something franchises for my podcast.
That would rival how many movies I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
Between those two periods, between the Gold and Silver Age, is what an era that some mark as the wartime era, which looks mostly like Donald Duck propaganda movies, so I'm not going to talk about them.
But you watched those as well?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It's like the Three Calabreros or something. Like Donald Duck was very popular in World War II, so like all the movies. We don't have time. But anyway, between 1968 and 1988, however, was the the Bronze Age, also referred to by many just for fun as the Dark Ages. Films from this era that you'll probably have heard of but not actually seen include The Aristocats.
Oh, I have seen it.
I gotta
have
tell
seen
you, that's one that we've showed our daughter.
Fair enough.
'Cause
What
my
about
wife-
Robin Hood?
Yep.
That's
So
with
those will be the
fox?
two.
That's the
The
fox.
fox.
That's the
yep.
fox.
You
Yep.
know what? And I'm not alone in this, but I had a big crush on that fox.
Oh, right. A real
Yeah.
awakening for the
my
Jess Perkins.
God,
Yeah.
I had a crush on that fox.
Every animated fox has got some kind of like X factor that I'm
Absolutely.
not comfortable discussing
X
too
factor.
deeply.
Yeah, let's not get. You're right. Let's not get too into it.
We also got a movie called The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I think it's like where a lot of what we think of when we think of Winnie the Pooh as a concept. I think it comes
I
from
got to tell you
that
that
movie.
we've also put that one on,
No kidding.
like in the last 3 weeks. And
We've got a big Dark Age fan in the
Yeah.
house.
the same two guys that do the music for the Jungle Book, the Aristocats, and that Winnie the Pooh movie. It's the same two guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's Robert Sherman and some
This,
other
this,
guy
well,
with
if we
a
were
similar
doing a
name.
report on the golden silver ages of Disney, I'd be like, exactly, Dave. I know this information already.
Hey, I'm trying to bring something new to the table. I can't believe that I've seen these, because I haven't
you've
seen
all the obscure ones.
any
that
movies
I
like this
actually
since
would have seen.
1998. Yeah.
And we're like, have you heard of Pocahontas? No, but I've seen the Aristocats.
Yeah, like 3 times in the last 2 months.
This was also when the original The Rescuers came out. We've also got The Fox and the Hound. We've got The Black Cauldron in 1985. And then the last two were The Great Mouse Detective and Oliver and Company in 86 and 88. The Dark Ages were not a thriving time for Disney Studios as it floundered, desperate for a Walt-sized leader with vision. This era was marred by films with far less spectacle, far less warmth, and far less iconic music. The actual art style also shifted with the introduction of Xerox animation, giving the films a sketchier, less polished look to save costs. And also, by the 1970s, animated feature films were being developed by other studios, and many of whom were encroaching on what Disney was once the king of. And the most significant of those encroachers was an animator named Don Bluth. Do Go On fans may be most familiar with Don Bluth's 1997 hit Anastasia, which is very loosely based on Grand Duchess Anastasia Nikolaevna of Russia, whose life, death, and many imposters were the subject of episode 474, I believe. I got you.
And the subject of most of Jess's childhood.
True. Well, big Don Bluth fan, Jess.
I love the Bluth.
Love
Yeah,
the Bluth. Don Bluth. I call him Dr. Bluth
Yeah.
because he made me feel better.
And, fuck, that's good. If we're talking great soundtracks, Anastasia's up there. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in there. And we've got Hank Azaria playing a bat.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Before all of this, in the 70s, Bluth had worked for Disney a few times. He worked on Sleeping Beauty, which he later described as being a really boring job. Before becoming a full-time part of the team, he worked on Robin Hood, Fox and the Hound, Rescuers, before becoming the animation director for 1977's Pete's Dragon, which seems to not be considered part of the Bronze Age, I guess because it's a live-action animation hybrid. But Bluth left Disney by the end of the 70s after creative differences, taking 11 of Disney's 65 animators with him and forming his own production company, Don Bluth Productions, who through the 80s would absolutely humiliate Disney with both critics and often at the box office. And while Disney were licking their wounds after flops like The Black Cauldron, Don Bluth Productions were churning out smash hits like The Secret of Nim, An American Tale, The Land Before Time, All Dogs Go to Heaven. Have we heard of
wow.
these,
Yes,
these
yep.
movies?
Definitely The Land Before Time's ringing
Yeah.
the biggest bell there.
Yeah.
It's the dinosaurs.
Well, An American Tale and Land Before Time specifically dwarfed the profits of almost all of the films Disney released in the 80s, all except for Oliver and Company, the last Bronze Age film in 1988. And Oliver and Company, to be fair, and its predecessor, The Great Mouse Detective, do feel like they are riding the changing tide of the coming Renaissance. Not only do they both feature a couple uses of early rudimentary 3D computer-generated imagery, or CGI, but which is something that would become the Renaissance era's most effective tricks. You think of the Cave of Wonders from Aladdin or the Wildebeest Stampede from The Lion King.
Oh, yep.
These were all like game-changing innovation CGI. But they're also both musicals, Oliver and Company and Great Mouse Detective, and they're both loosely based on public domain properties, Sherlock Holmes and Oliver Twist, respectively, which is something they hadn't done since Robin Hood in 1973.
Disney, get your own ideas.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, it sounds like they tried and it sucked.
Yeah, that's right. And they went, let's go back to ripping off other
Yeah,
people's
what else was there?
Exactly.
Like, is there anything good in the Bible? What
Let's
have we
add
got there?
music and some comedians to some well-trodden stories.
It's a tale as old as time, which is also a Disney reference. I'm a maniac. I can't be stopped. The high spirits of the Great Mouse Detective and Oliver and Company, the competition from Don Bluth, and apparently the inspiration drawn from the then up-and-coming Japanese animator Hayao Miyazaki and his growing Studio Ghibli are all cited as major factors contributing to the Disney Renaissance in 1989.
Right, so they looked around and they were a bit inspired or threatened by the
threatened
success.
and inspired, which is the best way to get shit done. Right?
Yeah, so a bit of quote-unquote healthy competition.
There's something kind of satisfying about Bluth leaving Disney, going off on his own, taking a bunch of the animators with him, and then for their projects to actually beat the big corporation. There is something very satisfying in that.
I
Like,
love
I don't
that.
feel bad for Disney because I know, because
Yeah.
I'm in the future, that they turn out just fine.
They turn out to be evil.
They're okay.
They
And
own
honestly,
everything.
I got an email the other day. They're bumping up their prices to something absolutely unreasonable.
Again?
Yeah, from $20.99 to $24.99.
It used to be $7, didn't it? Like it
Isn't
used
that
to be
fucking
like
crazy?
They know they got me over a barrel with a 2.5-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you want to watch any of these movies?
And
that
they know
they'll-
they've got me because when I'm sick, I like to watch Tangled. So where else will I get it?
if any of your phones are hearing me do this report as well, then you know you're going to get targeted advertising for
I'm
all
screwed.
these movies. Yeah.
I'm absolutely screwed.
Perhaps the most significant piece of the puzzle provided by Oliver and Company, though, was it brought in lyricist and playwright Howard Ashman to write the songs, who, after the release of Oliver and Company, was offered several different backburner Disney projects for him to develop, and he picked the long-abandoned Little Mermaid project, bringing in composer, conductor, and college buddy Alan Menken to compose the score. And it is here, if one wanted to, they could pivot the rest of this report to being the story of Howard Ashman and Alan Menken's collaboration, because these two guys are really the reason we're talking about these films in 2026.
That's cool.
The Little Mermaid was released in 1989, directed by John Musker and Ron Clements, based on the Danish fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen. The Little Mermaid completely changed things for Disney and turned the tables on traitor Don Bluth.
No, Dr.
garnering
Bluth!
a higher weekend gross than All Dogs Go to Heaven, which was released on the same day, and it eventually broke the Land Before Time's record of highest grossing animated film at the time. This is the multi-conglomerate Disney David really showing the independent Goliath, Don Bluth, who's boss. We know what the Little Mermaid's about. Ariel's a Little Mermaid. She's in love with the prince. There's an evil sea witch who turns into a human. Her name's Ursula, and Ursula is one of the most praised elements of this film outside of the music, with many seeing her as Disney returning to the darker, more genuinely fucking evil villains of the gold and silver ages.
Yeah.
Howard Ashman and Alan Menken's work on the film's soundtrack and score was praised the world over, winning the 2 Academy Awards that you get for music, including Best Original Score and Best Original Song for Under the Sea. Kiss the Girl was also nominated, and that's all well and good, and I'm going to let you finish, but surely Part of Your World is the best song from Little Mermaid, right?
Oh,
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've opened the lyrics here. No?
Well, no, I think it is a better song, yes, but it is pretty fun to listen to a crab singing.
It's true.
In what we assume is a Jamaican accent?
Yeah, I won't be doing the accent, but I will read some of these lyrics. I'll read the first 2 verses of Under the Sea. These are Oscar-winning lyrics for them. That's why they're important to read out. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? That's a bit of the Jamaican affectation coming in.
Yeah.
Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Now, come on, that's good stuff.
Up on the shore they work all day. Out in the sun they slave away. While we're devoting full time to floating under the sea. Oscar-winning lyrics, and you can see
Yeah,
why.
and I stand by it. That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
That is
Good stuff.
a fantastic wordplay, and if it was less of a Caribbean accent and more of a New Zealand accent, I think it would have been even better.
It would have been better.
Even better.
Yes, I hope people are excited to hear Disney songs sung in a Kiwi
It's
accent.
beautiful.
So, during the production of The Little Mermaid, Ashman pitched the idea of an animated musical adaptation of Aladdin to Disney after he wrote a film treatment and a group of songs with Menken. At the time, this was turned down by another name that we need to establish pretty much now in the story. Then studio chairman Jeffrey Katzenberg. Have we heard this name?
Yes, I've heard that name.
Jeffrey Katzenberg. Jeffrey Katzenberg did not like the treatment for Aladdin and pivoted Ashman and Menken towards the upcoming Beauty and the Beast project instead, while Katzenberg himself and then CEO Michael Eisner, another important name, directed their attention to the studio's next release, the bizarre anomaly that is The Rescuers Down Under. I bet you forgot we were
I had
talking
forgot
about
about
this
it,
movie.
yes.
Have you seen? I've not seen that one.
No, I haven't.
I watched it a couple weeks ago because I was like, I should probably watch it if I'm going to talk about it. But the Disney Renaissance Wikipedia page does not spend a lot of time discussing 1990s The Rescuers Down Under. It is more of a briefly acknowledged stepping stone to Beauty and the Beast, but its out of place inclusion in the Renaissance is probably what is most interesting about it. By 1984, the original Rescuers had become one of Disney's most successful recent animated films, earning $41 million at worldwide box office rentals. So Eisner and Katzenberg greenlit a sequel, and that is a practice that would one day become commonplace for the studio, but they would downgrade and produce a bunch of really shoddily animated straight-to-DVD sequels. Yeah, I think you mentioned The Jungle Book 2. They one technically went to cinemas, but we're talking like Cinderella 2 and 3, Bambi 2,
Yeah,
like all
it's
these...
the kind of movies that you have the video or the DVD at the checkout at the supermarket.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You hope that a kid would be like, "Mom, I want this," and she'd go, "Well, the Jungle Book was pretty good, so maybe we'll get this." And then it turns out to be definitely a pretty shitty 75 minutes.
Yeah. I believe that Bambi and Bambi 2 hold the record for the longest distance between original and sequel. I think it's something like 64 years.
Wow.
And a lot of this would undo the respect and prestige that the Renaissance would establish, at least for a little bit. Rescuers Down Under was directed by Hendel Butoy and Mike Gabry, and it is not only Disney Animation's first sequel, but a curiously early example of a legacy sequel. We're familiar with that term, or is that too inside movie podcast baseball?
No, we get it,
Yeah.
but just in case other people don't.
That's obviously, like, for people listening.
Our listeners are history buffs, not movie buffs, so like us.
Yeah, exactly. A sequel that comes out a long time after the original, where the fact that time has passed is so the new Star Wars movies, the new Indiana Jones movies, that kind of thing.
So the Jungle Book 2 picks up straight away.
But
That's true.
but
That's a good
64
point.
years later or something.
Yeah, like it's decades later, and it's like, hey, Mowgli went off with that little girl. Well, hey, now they're living in a little village.
It's funny when that happens in a TV show. Like Ginny and Georgia is a great example where like it ends on a bit of a cliffhanger and then the next season picks up like, the same night, but the gap between filming, the little boy has grown till he's like a preteen now. He's like a foot taller but they're just like, yep, he's still 6.
Definitely 6. He's got a 6-year-old beard. Everything about this kid is 6.
Was it Matthew Perry who got like cripplingly addicted to cocaine in between seasons 4 and 5 of Friends, and then the scene that is the same scene that the previous scene ended on, he's like skin and bone or maybe it's the opposite way around.
And you're like, yep,
Sure.
it's been 5 minutes.
So Rescuers Down Under released some 13 years after the original film. It follows the titular rescuers, which are a couple of talking mice. They travel from the Louisiana bayou setting of the original film to the Australian outback in order to help a young boy save a rare golden eagle from a poacher. Now,
An eagle.
you guys don't need me to tell you this. Golden eagles don't live in Australia.
No.
None of the characters are really doing Australian accents either. And if they are, it is an American who's been hired to do an Australian. It feels very, again, it's like appropriating to the max. It's like they didn't even talk to an Australian.
That's because like we do have huge birds of prey.
Yeah, we got some really impressive ones.
Yeah.
And even some funny looking ones, like make it a golden emu. That's funny.
The film itself seems to be aware of Australian animals generally.
Yeah.
Like you see a bunch in it, but it for some reason, the central one is this golden eagle.
Just get a wedge-tail eagle.
I do get a bit of a bee in my bonnet, and it's such a dumb thing to be annoyed by. But in TV shows in particular where they have an Australian character clearly being played by an American, I'm like, especially like modern ones where they're shot in LA, I'm like, oh yeah, I bet you couldn't find an Australian actor trying to get a role in LA. You definitely won't find an Australian in LA.
Just chop someone desperate to have their break.
Yeah, it's so easy and the accent is so bad.
Yeah. My theory is that Americans firmly believe that it's one of the easy ones to do.
Yeah.
And because they've gone, yeah, it's easy, they've stopped trying, and over the years it has morphed into, like, I can do an American doing an Australian accent. It's like, crikey, it sounds like this. And there's always, like, random vowel sounds they'll get wrong out of nowhere, and it, like, throws you out. Yeah.
And like to them watching, I'm talking about 30 Rock when they had a rip-off of the Wiggles and it was the Woggles and and they did so. But that's like, maybe then it's a choice that their accent is really bad.
Yeah, maybe.
Of course.
Maybe.
But I'm still just like, there's so many fucking Australians. Just get one in. Because like most of them don't have a line. So I'm like, just get the one that you've given heaps of lines. Make him Australian. I was even looking at them. I'm like, they got American heads. They don't even look Australian.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Come on.
I kind of feel like the Rescuers Down Under is only really there because people want to claim Little Mermaid as part of the Renaissance, so you've got to like acknowledge Rescuers Down Under.
Otherwise,
on the way.
start for the one after. That's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like, so it starts with Little Mermaid, Rescuers Down Under, and then we move on to...
Obviously, Rescuers Down Under doesn't quite count because it's been in development for 13 years, so it should have been made in the early 80s anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You're speaking like a true film nerd now, Dave. I've converted you. It's not based on any public domain property, and it is one of only 2 Renaissance films to not be a musical. The other one is Tarzan, which kind of is still a musical. We'll get to it. It was also the only film in the Renaissance to be a box office bomb, though it did do well with critics, and it does have pretty gorgeous animation. And the bad guy, McLeach, the poacher, is actually like alarmingly sinister and not an unworthy addition to the rogues gallery. In my opinion. Who gives a shit about any of that, though? Because in 1991, we got Beauty and the Beast, directed by Gary Trousdale and Kirk Wise, and based on the famous French fairy tale. Originally conceived as a non-musical period drama, it was Jeffrey Katzenberg who pushed to make the movie a musical, and he knew just the creative partnership to do it, bringing in Ashman and Menken to once again breathe some of that Little Mermaid musical magic into the film, and it worked. Not only did Beauty and the Beast once again win Disney the Oscars for Best Score and Best Original Song, this time for the titular Beauty and the Beast song, but it was also nominated for Best Picture at the 1992 Academy Awards, making it the first and one of only 3 animated films to ever be nominated for Best Picture. Do you know the other 2?
Yep. I was like, I wonder what the other 2 are, and I thought he'll ask us. Are they also Disney?
Technically, but not Disney Animation.
Wall-E.
Close.
Didn't that get nominated?
I think it's better than I think Wall-E is more deserving of
Toy Story 3 or 4.
Toy Story 3 is one of them, yep.
Well done.
And I thought the other one was Wall-E. Okay.
It's Up, so you're very close. You're one movie off.
Oh, no.
Wall-E is so much better than Up as well, so I don't know.
Nah, I watched Wall-E recently and was like, no, actually it is pretty cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But Up,
you play that.
The start, and to see their whole life.
I think that's why. But I can't get past the flying dogs at the end of Up. I think that ruins the tone. But we're not here to talk about.
We're not talking about Up.
So Disney had broken barriers with Beauty and the Beast and shown the world that animation was just as worthy as regular movies.
And bestiality is hot.
It's fine. And Stockholm Syndrome.
Is that one of the songs?
Stockholm Syndrome. No, keep a woman in a fucking cell. That's beautiful.
AJ, can you bring up the lyrics for Bestiality is Hot?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I can't sing this on here. I mean, Beauty and the Beast does have some great songs. You've got Gaston.
Yeah.
You've got Be Our Guest. These are all great songs.
This podcast is brought to you by Thomson Reuters. The best don't just do their work, they change what's possible. Cases won, audits completed, jobs saved. Behind every one of those moments is a professional who needed to get it right and did. Thomson Reuters builds the technology that sharpens insights, speeds up decision-making, and powers the outcomes that matter. So when professionals act, the impact is felt by everyone. Be a changemaker. Visit tr.com/changemakers.
Here's how to stay alive longer so you can enjoy Boost Mobile's unlimited plan with a price that never goes up. Do not mistake a wasp nest for a piñata. Stay alive and switch now at Boost Mobile. After 30 gigs, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile unlimited plan.
The sky was truly the limit. Wouldn't it be a shame, do go on crew, if something were to happen?
What could?
Wouldn't it be a shame if something were to happen to their cash cow? If the Disney Renaissance story famously involved one of Hollywood's most heartbreaking tragedies? Because if you know the story of Disney, you'll know it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. 8 months before the release of Beauty and the Beast, so long before its eventual Oscar wins, Howard Ashman dies of AIDS in 1991 at the age of 40.
Wow.
There's a documentary on Disney Plus called Howard, I think. I haven't watched it, but it's apparently it's like devastating.
Oh, wow.
It's like this real like upsetting, heartbreaking doco.
So young.
Disney had actually accommodated Ashman's illness at the time by shifting much of the Beauty and the Beast production process to New York, where he was living and dying. One of the final things he would ever do, Ashman completed the soon-to-be award-winning lyrics on his deathbed.
Wow.
The film was released mere months after his death and is dedicated to him, featuring this message after the end credits: "To our friend Howard, who gave a mermaid her voice and a beast his soul, we will be forever grateful."
That's nice.
Oh, God, brings tears to the eyes.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
In May 2020, Beauty and the Beast co-director Kirk Wise said, "If you had to point to one person responsible for the Disney Renaissance, I would say it was Howard."
Oh, wow. What a legacy.
This dude decided to work on Little Mermaid and changed history.
Wow.
And he didn't even live to see like any of it.
Yeah.
And he only worked on 2 of the 10 of the Renaissance, but like such an influence.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he actually worked on 3 of the 10, Dave, because the magic of Howard Ashman did not end with his death, as 3 of the songs he had written for his proposed Aladdin movie that had been shelved years earlier, Arabian Nights, Prince Ali, and my second favourite Disney song, Friend Like Me, did all eventually make it into the film, which was heavily reworked from Ashman's original draft.
But those songs
and
rule.
released.
That's like 3 of the biggest hits.
Yeah.
I'm going to read you some lyrics from Friend Like Me, if you don't mind. I think these are some of my favourite lyrics of all time.
Sure, let me know if you need me to be a trumpet.
Yes, that's a good idea. Where do we get that? Okay.
Just let me know. I'm here for you.
So don't you sit there slack-jawed, buggy-eyed. I'm here to answer all your midnight prayers. You got me bona fide, certified. You got a G for your charged affairs. I got the powerful urge to help you out. So what's your wish? I really want to know. You got a list that's 3 miles long, no doubt. Well, all you got to do is rub like so, and I'll say, Mr. Aladdin, sir, have a wish or 2 or 3. I'm on the job, you big nabob. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Oh, they are good lyrics.
So good. A Friend Like Me was nominated at the Academy Awards posthumously, where it lost to A Whole New World, which is just another song from Aladdin. We're talking a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. But Ashman did not write that one. That was written by Menken and Tim Rice, who was brought in to finish off the soundtrack.
Tim Curry,
for
Tim
Aladdin.
Rice.
Tim Curry, Tim Rice, exactly. You talked about him recently while I was writing the report, and I was like, funny. Over the course of his career, Ashman won 2 Academy Awards, 1 posthumous, out of 7 nominations. Of those nominations, 4 were posthumous, the most in Academy Awards history.
Wow. Very cool.
Aladdin was directed by John Musker and Ron Clements and follows a street urchin from Agrabah. He discovers a magic lamp. There's a genie. He wants to be a prince so he can impress Princess Jasmine. There's a sultan. There's an evil vizier named Jafar. Among all the aforementioned wonderful music and spiffy CGI integration, another contribution Aladdin made to the culture was kicking off the celebrity voice actor trend. While Robin Williams wasn't the first known celebrity to voice a cartoon, Oliver and Company fans might be pointing out that cast includes Billy Joel, Huey Lewis, and Cheech Marin, but of course there aren't any Oliver and Company fans, so they're not saying anything.
Untrue, because I recently did a book cheat with one Beck Petratus, who brought up that movie, saying that was one that she had on video, and she said weirdly obsessed. Josh Earl was the other guest. He'd heard of it and maybe had played it to his kids or something. There was a reason, I can't remember why, but she said that growing up, no one else ever talked about it. And she was stoked that Josh could talk.
That doesn't surprise me with Beck, though. She does tend to have like niche interests.
I'd never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Well, my apologies to Beck.
That's right. Previous guest Beck Petratus loves that movie.
And funnily enough, Genie wasn't even Robin Williams' first voice role in 1992, as he played Batty the Bat in Fern Gully.
Oh, yes, I
you guys
loved
seen Fern Gully? Fern Gully beat Aladdin to the cinemas by about 3 months.
Wow.
So technically, everyone thinks like, oh, Genie, famous Robin Williams role. Fern Gully was actually a couple months before. But I think it was the marriage of the character with the real life personality. It was so aligned with Robin's portrayal of the Genie. And I think it set a gold standard for voice acting, which I don't think is really always quite reached with a lot of animated films today. I don't get the same Robin Williams Genie rush from, say, Chris Pratt as Mario, for example, or Chris Pratt as Garfield, for example, or Chris Pratt as the Lego Movie guy, for example.
How is he every character?
That's a fantastic question.
Directors Clements and Musker had written the role of Genie for Robin Williams, luring him in with a reel of his own stand-up. Would this work on you guys? They animated Genie over a clip of his own stand-up where he's talking about schizophrenia, and Genie like grows an extra head and riffs with himself about schizophrenia, and Robin Williams loved it. He was even willing to take a measly $75,000 for the role instead of his usual asking fee of $8 million.
Do you a favour, Disney. Small company, I'll chop out it.
Tell you what, me, Jess Perkins, I'll do it for $50,000.
Yeah, I'll do it for $4 million.
Yeah. All right.
Did he have a profit backdoor deal? You know, you get a little percentage.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'm glad you brought this up. What a wonderful segue, Dave, because this pay cut was on the condition that neither his name nor image be used for marketing, and that the character take no more than 25% of space on advertising work, since Williams' film Toys was scheduled for release 1 month following Aladdin. And when you guys think of Aladdin, do you think Robin Williams as the Genie, and do you see posters that's just the Genie taking up most of the poster? Because that's what I see when I picture Aladdin.
No, I just think of the pet tiger.
The pet, Raja.
Yeah, I just think of Raja and the little monkey. Yeah. That's all I think about, personally. Yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah,
so Disney reneged on both clauses, especially with poster art. Genie is, I think, technically only 25% of the poster, but no other character is more than 25% of the poster. So it's Genie and then a bunch of the rest of the cast on a lot of the posters. Disney went on to use Genie and Williams' vocal work to sell merch and toys and fast food tie-ins, all without paying Robin Williams any extra. And tensions got pretty tight. And Disney would send Robin Williams a Pablo Picasso painting as an apology, but he didn't like it. He was like, it doesn't vibe with it clashes with my decor, and it wouldn't be until a change in leadership and a better apology that Williams buried the hatchet with Disney, reprising Genie in Aladdin's second straight-to-VHS sequel, Aladdin and the King of Thieves, after having relinquished the role to Homer Simpson voice actor Dan Castellaneta, who had voiced Genie in The Return of Jafar, which was the first straight-to-VHS sequel, and also the spin-off Aladdin TV series.
Wow.
All of these shady dealings did the trick, as they so often do in this horrible world, because Aladdin became the highest-grossing animated film at the time of its release, but it later became the second after being surpassed by The Lion King.
Yes.
Released in 1994, directed by Roger Allers and Rob Minkoff, it follows a young lion prince named Simba. He returns to reclaim his throne. I imagine we've all seen The Lion King.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Lion King was also followed in Aladdin's footsteps on the celebrity voice actor front, this time doubling down with most of the cast being played by someone
It was a
famous.
good cast, yeah.
We're talking Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Oh, JTT.
Tom Billing.
JTT.
Matthew Broderick, James Earl Jones, Nathan Lane, Whoopi Goldberg, Cheech Marin, Rowan Atkinson, and of course Jeremy Irons as Scar, Simba's evil gay uncle, and probably one of the best villains of the Renaissance.
So good.
Beginning its life as the king of the jungle before pivoting because the lions in the film don't live in a jungle. The Lion King at first appears to be an original tale, breaking the public domain pattern established by all the previous hits of the Renaissance. But anyone who has scrolled the film's IMDb page will be able to point out the Lion King is in fact loosely based on something. Do you guys know what it is?
It feels like a Shakespeare. Is it a
It's
Shakespeare?
Hamlet.
It's Hamlet.
Could have let me have a fucking stab.
You can still have a go.
You got Shakespeare before, Dave.
Macbeth.
It is Hamlet. But, but there's also a bit of like the Exodus story from the Bible in there, I think. And like, yeah, there's a bunch of other influences, but it's usually Hamlet that's brought up.
Actually, I don't think I know Hamlet. I
only know The Lion King. I just assume it's The Lion King, but with humans.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've covered it on Book Cheat.
Great. I'll definitely listen.
Now I don't have to read it because you have read it for me.
Exactly.
What episode number was it, Dave?
That was early, maybe 10 or something. Like, it was pretty.
You went big early. If you tell me I'm on that episode,
Oh, I actually
will
don't
end
remember.
it all.
Hamlet. All right.
I will walk into the sea.
I am jumping off Pride Rock.
Episode 9 with Nick Mason and Joel Dusha.
Okay.
So you're off the hook.
I'm neither of
Wow,
those
what a
people.
lineup.
Wow. Episode 9. You went straight for Hamlet.
The score for The Lion King was written by now heavyweight composer Hans Zimmer. You got Dune, for example.
And he's
heard of
coming
Hans
to
Zimmer?
Melbourne. He's doing a live show at Rod Laver Arena.
Yeah, he's doing an arena show.
Exciting. You
So
guys should
cool.
go to that. That'd be awesome.
I feel like it might be in October or something. Or I feel like I saw the date and went, I'm overseas, I think, at that time. So it could be September, but maybe I'm wrong and maybe I just don't want to go.
Coming up pretty
Then you
soon.
make an excuse to not offend your film buff friend.
Maybe I'm like, sorry, I'm going to be away.
Sorry, Hans.
I'd love to catch you while you're in town. Let's get a coffee. Melbourne's known for that.
Lyricist Tim Rice is back again. After winning the Oscar for A Whole New World with Alan Menken, he was hired to compose the original soundtrack for the film and famously brought on Elton John to co-write. This was after Benny Anderson from ABBA turned down the job.
Oh, Benny, you idiot.
Benny, I mean, gosh, he would be so rich if he'd done this.
Yeah, unlike now when he's incredibly impoverished. But then we wouldn't have Circle of Life.
Poor Benny.
You're right. Circle of Life, one of the songs that got nominated for Best Original Song. It obviously won Best Original Score as well. The song that won, what Lion King song do you think won Best Original Song?
I'm gonna be a mighty king. No, not that one. Is
Wasn't
it Scar's
nominated.
one?
Is it Hakuna Matata?
No. Hakuna Matata was nominated.
Okay,
I'm
what else is there?
I'm gonna sing the opening lyrics of the song and maybe you'll get it.
Okay.
I can see what's happening.
What?
And they don't have a clue.
Who?
They'll fall in love, and here's the bottom line. Our trio's down to 2.
Oh. I'm playing a pig.
The sweet caress of twilight.
I haven't recognized the song yet. Keep going.
I'm playing a warthog.
There's magic everywhere, and with all this romantic atmosphere, disasters in the air. Here we go, Dave.
Couple of clues there for you.
Can you feel?
I feel the love tonight.
The love tonight.
That really feels like an Elton John song.
It does, doesn't it?
yeah.
Which is interesting, contrasting that with the beloved like Ashman lyrics. Like this, they still brought in like people who fucking know how to do lyrics.
Absolutely.
and
So
songs,
we
right?
had Menken and Ashman before, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now Ashman sadly passed on.
Yeah.
Is Mencken still being consulted, being hired?
Mencken's still involved
Great.
currently. Yeah. So Mencken and Tim Rice worked on all of these, or worked on Lion King.
With Elton. Okay,
John
great. Love
and
that.
Hans Zimmer.
Love that.
And Elton does the music, but Bernie does the lyrics, right?
On his own solo stuff.
Yeah.
The Lion King made more money at the box office than any of the Dark Age films
Whoa.
combined.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The Dark Age films are making like maybe $10 million.
Oh, is that all?
The Lion King, like, we have a new precedent for what films make now because of films like The Lion King, like blasting box office records.
Do you have the figure, how much it made?
I can find out.
I'm realizing that a lot of my favorite characters, or the characters that have stayed so clearly in my mind, I'm having a moment where I'm understanding myself better.
I love this.
Because all of the characters that are standing out to me, I'm now realizing are like the comic relief sidekick characters played by like big comedians, like Rowan Atkinson in. I'm like, I think I'm understanding why I've ended up in this career.
At that
exactly.
young age, you were just attracted to
I was
that
like,
type of-
that's funny.
Yeah, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
These are fucking crazy numbers. You guys
Yes.
ready? On a budget of $45 million, The Lion King to this day has made $979 million.
Unbelievable.
That's that one film as well, not other versions of
That's
The Lion King, which
incredible.
we'll
And the
talk
majority of that is like
Later.
1994 money.
I would
Yeah.
think so. Well, it's box office still counts when films
That's
get
what I meant.
re-released.
So I feel like there's probably been a couple of re-releases, but most of that. And then that's not including, that was massive on video too, right?
Big time.
Yeah.
I definitely had
exactly,
the VHS
exactly.
of that one.
Wow.
Me too. In 2026, I don't think it would be particularly hot take to declare The Lion King as the best film in the Renaissance, but the team behind the film weren't actually as confident. The animators were actually split between developing two different projects at the time, with the boring Lion movie being the B team. And what was the A team? What film did Disney assume would be the bigger release?
The A-Team. The animated. P.A. Baracus.
Disney's The A Team.
We got Hannah, we got Face, they're all there.
The Alan Menken classic Pity the Fool song adaptation.
It's really jazzy.
No, it is previous Do Go On topic, Pocahontas from episode 407, directed by Mike Gabriel and Eric Goldberg and released a year after The Lion King in 1995, loosely based on the life of Powhatan woman Pocahontas, not a real name, and the arrival of English settlers from the Virginia Company, romanticizing Pocahontas' encounter with John Smith, played by celebrity Mel Gibson.
Australian celebrity Mel Gibson.
We were willing to claim him back then.
Back then, we claimed him, absolutely. When he did Gallipoli with an Australian accent, we all went, he's one of us.
Yeah,
And then he went crazy and we said, we've never heard of him before.
Jeffrey Katzenberg had pivoted the film from a more light-hearted affair to an emotional, romantic epic in the vein of Beauty and the Beast, hoping that it would be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture, but as we know, not every movie can be Up or Toy Story 3. And not only did Pocahontas get snubbed for Best Picture, it was the first Renaissance film to not be unanimously loved by critics, sporting the decade's only below fresh Rotten Tomatoes score of 58%. Now, 60% is fresh, so it's just below fresh.
60% is fresh, as we all know. That's just a funny sentence out of context.
Rotten Tomatoes is ridiculous. I don't need to spend too much time on this either, and listen to Jess's Pocahontas report from episode 407, but obviously Pocahontas as a film has not aged particularly well as years have gone on, with its ignorant depictions of Native Americans and its sanitization of the true, much uglier events. I don't know if this one is anyone's favorite Disney film, and while maybe its heart was in the right place, Pocahontas does signify like the coming decline of the Renaissance. Or maybe not. Maybe it doesn't, because the score was composed by Alan Menken, who also wrote the film song, the lyrics with Stephen Schwartz, who would once more take home the Best Original Score and Best Original Song Oscars, this time for The Colours of the Wind. Took those awards back home to The Mouse.
How big does their trophy cabinet have to be? You know?
I think you'd have to have a trophy shed.
Yeah, that's my trophy shed.
Yeah, it can't be a room, it's got to be a shed.
Well, their Oscar streak would sadly be broken in 1996 with The Hunchback of Notre Dame, directed by Gary Trousdale and Kirk Wise and based on the 1831 novel by Victor Hugo. No Oscars, but a return to form critically from Pocahontas. The Hunchback of Notre Dame has its fans and is regarded as being the darkest and most mature film of the Renaissance era. The plot, of course, dealing with a deformed bell ringer named Quasimodo in 1482 Paris, whose love for a traveling Romani woman, Esmeralda, is at odds with his hateful mentor and father figure, Judge Claude Frollo, a powerful Parisian justice minister. And Frollo, I think, is Disney's most vile villain.
I can't really remember the movie. I just remember the vibe of being scared of it as a child. The whole movie was a bit dark, bit scary for me.
Judge Frollo has a song in this film called Hellfire, and it is bonkers. Crazy addition to the musical canon of the Disney Renaissance, in which the deeply religious judge confesses in prayer that his hatred for Esmeralda is actually fueled by his uncontrollable lust for her. In the song, Frollo convinces himself that it is in fact Esmeralda's fault that he is so horny for her, and in order to preserve his purity, she must be killed.
Do you think that's why Matt's so sassy at me sometimes?
Yeah, and that's why he's not here this week.
This is in a kids movie. I'm going to read you some of the lyrics. I love Hellfire. It is such a
yeah, I don't know it.
fantastic song. It does contain an antiquated term that I'm not going to say, but this is some singing. Protect me, Maria. Don't let the siren cast her spell. Don't let her fire sear my flesh and bone. Destroy Esmeralda and let her taste the fires of hell, or let her be mine and mine alone. Hellfire, dark fire, now... Romani person, it's your turn. Choose me or your pyre. Be mine or you will burn. This is a movie for children.
Yeah, that's full on.
That's a bit full on. Yeah.
I'm going to show that one to the kiddies, Dave.
You're getting that in a text message, you're blocking the guy. You know what I mean? You get that, you're blocking him.
Yeah, that's scary.
You're showing your girlfriends, you're showing the police.
This guy messaged me the lyrics to Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Is this a green or red flag?
Yeah, red, babe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hellfire
That is full on. Yeah, I didn't love... I just didn't have the... I've definitely seen it, but it didn't have the rewatchability for me, which to me tells my child brain didn't enjoy it very much.
Yeah. It's not very fun for kids, I think. It's got like wacky gargoyles in it, which kind of ruin the movie if you're an adult watching it. But that song, I just think like I love when like a piece of media, especially like something that's like family media, that it can't help but acknowledge the truth, the dark truth of some situations.
Yeah.
I think that's what Hellfire is. Like you can imagine writing this movie and being like, I know this is a kid's movie, but like I am writing about an evil that does exist and operated this way for centuries. Like, I don't know. I think the fact that it transcends its kind of appropriateness for its target audience, I think that makes it a pretty special kind of piece of pop culture.
Yeah, absolutely. There's something, when you mentioned the gargoyles just then, I realised that a lot of my memory and recall of these movies and these characters is linked to toys. Of the time. Like, I remember the gargoyles from McDonald's toys.
Yeah. Or the cups, the glass, mugs that you got.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? That, like, that's such a strange...
That's Disney, baby!
I know.
Yeah, man, those Happy Meals had a grip on us.
Oh, my God. Yeah, absolutely.
You probably had a bunch of Disney, unsanctioned genie toys that Robin Williams wouldn't have been happy about.
I think we had, like, one that was a car, like one of those... You pull back and they sort of run across the floor.
I had Simba and Nala toys that had magnetic noses so they'd kiss. How is that appropriate for children? Why are these little lions kissing?
Kissing is wrong.
Kissing is wrong. And if you see your parents doing it, nah, tell them off.
Police.
I mean, of course, people often point to the scene, the Can You Feel the Love Tonight scene in The Lion King when Nala gives Simba fuck me eyes, right?
Oh, big time.
She's a lioness. It's still animated that way.
I was going to say something that was even too fucked for me.
My imagination's running wild.
No, and it wasn't even good. I'll tell you. I was going to say she's a lion slut.
There, nice.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't worth
That's
saying, and I'm glad I've said it now. And AJ, edit that out.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame launched in cinemas a year after its initial projected release date. It was pushed back reportedly because internally the company was dealing with the resignation of Jeffrey Katzenberg in 1994.
Katzenberg.
Oh, he was pushing for all this stuff.
Exactly. Katzenberg and CEO Michael Eisner had developed beef over the first half of the 90s, where accusations of taking all the credit were thrown at Katzenberg. But what really sealed the deal, though, was Katzenberg's play to be promoted to president of the company, something which was promised to him once sitting president Frank Wells should choose to retire. But when Wells died in a helicopter crash in 1994, Michael Eisner instead just assumed, absorbed Wells's work responsibilities, keeping Katzenberg as lowly chairman, prompting him to leave. So, over halfway through the beloved 90s Disney Renaissance, we've lost its Oscar magnet songwriter and its ambitious chairman, and outside of Disney, the tide was beginning to turn again when a little independent animation studio released the world's first fully CGI animated feature-length movie. I'm, of course, talking about Pixar and Toy Story, which released in 1995 between Pocahontas and Hunchback. And while it was made with oversight from Disney, taking cues from how the studio had worked with Tim Burton on The Nightmare Before Christmas in 1993, which that's just another movie. I don't have time. We don't have time to talk about Nightmare Before Christmas. But Pixar still technically made Toy Story as an independent company. Disney just supported, basically. But Toy Story, the movie, was actually greenlit by Jeffrey Katzenberg himself before he left in sort of a casual final history-altering decision, because in only a few short years, CGI would completely replace traditional 2D style animation that Disney and its contemporaries were known for, and it is now the industry standard, with very few, if any, traditional 2D animated films even being produced by anyone anymore. So Toy Story, because the thing about it is, I think 3D animation is easier than 2D animation. So I think that's why a lot of it took over, because it was more. But
you're adding an extra
expedient.
D.
Come on.
I get it. But I guess it's you create an asset, you can just drag its mouth up and down. I'm simplifying it. Whereas you've got to draw every single movement of a 2D.
Frame by frame. Watching The Jungle Book, because I've watched it many times over the last few weeks, the backgrounds are so beautiful that the animals move in front
They're
of.
painted and shit.
It's
Have you
so
watched
lovely.
Bambi?
No, I haven't watched Bambi. I don't know.
Bambi's hype, dude. Bambi's beautiful.
But I think that there's a certain scene that may be quite upsetting.
Yes, that's true. Watch the first half of Bambi. It's gorgeous.
Okay, gotta have dinner now. Turn it off.
Continuing on with the films, though, 1997 saw the release of Hercules, directed by John Musker and Ron Clements and based loosely on the Greek mythology of Heracles, though a heavily sanitized version. It's like the Roman, you guys know about this, right? Like the Roman version's Heracles, etc. It starred some incredible vocal performances. Danny DeVito as Philoctetes.
Oh, yeah!
Rip Torn as Zeus. The now horrifically cancelled James Woods as Hades. And the underrated Susan Egan as Meg, who I think is far and away the hottest Disney love interest. IMHO.
Big time.
She is sultry. That is a sultry performance for a kid's movie.
The way Meg walks, you're like, Jesus Christ, this feels. I shouldn't be watching this.
I gotta look up Meg.
You gotta look up Meg.
Hercules doesn't really ring any bells for me.
Mm-hmm.
Meg's hot.
Look at Meg's hair.
I know, Meg has incredible hair and a teeny tiny snatched waist.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
To quote a bit from my favourite Disney song, this is sung by Meg. No chance, no way, I won't say it, no. You swoon, you sigh, why deny it, it's too cliche, I won't say I'm in love. There we go.
That's good stuff. You got a voice of an angel, AJ, let me say.
Thank you so much. It's years of smoking has finally cracked through that.
That's all it takes.
Beginning its life in 1992 as a prospective animated adaptation of The Odyssey, get this for timely film conversations, it was shelved for not being funny enough. Disney's Hercules then sprung out of a deal that pre-departure Katzenberg had made with directors Musker and Clements, who would be given the green light to make their passion project if they gave the studio one more safer home run first, digging up this old Odyssey pitch and I think combining it with a Hercules pitch as well.
So is that that's the home run? The safe one is Hercules.
The home run.
All right.
The passion project that Musker and Clements were working on was a sci-fi spin on Robert Louis Stevenson's novel Treasure Island. Is there a book cheat? Treasure Island?
No, there actually isn't
Really?
yet.
If I had to name 5 books, I was sure you would have done.
Yeah, I'd go the Bible, Treasure Island, the Quran, Spot Goes to the Circus.
No, I'm kidding.
I've done the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is also Robert Louis Stevenson. And we recently did Muppet Treasure Island on the Do Go On Movie
That's
Club.
true.
But I'd love to do the book one day because it is also, I believe, mercifully short.
Oh, nice. Well, their Treasure Island movie would eventually been made. It was called Treasure Planet. Have you heard of Treasure Planet?
Oh, yeah, yep.
When an island
came out-
isn't big enough.
It's like Space Pirates. It's very beloved from its fans, as is the case of this post-Renaissance era we'll talk about soon. It came out in 2002. But for the record, Katzenberg was never convinced of the idea to begin with. And one of his suggestions was that it be pivoted to an adaptation of Edgar Rice Burroughs' novel A Princess of Mars, which Disney would eventually adapt in live-action form in 2012 with the film retitled to John Carter, which I believe to be the single worst title to ever be given to a movie in the history of cinema. I can't believe there is a broad action-adventure Disney blockbuster about a guy who goes to space and frees a bunch of Martian slaves, and they called it John Carter and expected it to sell tickets.
Hey, but don't worry, it did really well.
Very well in making sure director Brad Bird would never quite get out of director jail, I think, after that. No, he did Tomorrowland after that, actually, which also didn't do very well. It's easy to see Hercules as the Disney Renaissance formula perfected or refined to a science. It is a hopeful yet hilarious adaptation of a folklore with an incredible villain and maybe some of the era's best songs. The musical stylings of Hercules are very Motown influenced, with a group of muses forming a literal Greek chorus. Their songs specifically serve as narration, moving us through the story. Go the Distance, one of the songs in the film that Hercules sings, was nominated to the Oscars, but it lost to My Heart Will Go On from Titanic. So
okay.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Go the Distance is beautiful.
Go the Distance is beautiful.
But it's no My Heart Will Go On.
Yeah, agreed. I also really like Zero to Hero, which is the one that the Greek chorus sing. It's like the montage song they sing when Hercules is becoming famous. And there's a lyric in this that I think about every day, you guys, and I want to share it with you because it is maybe one of the best puns I've ever read. Okay, so the muses are singing about how amazing Hercules is and how he's getting more famous and becoming a celebrity. They sing, "From appearance fees and royalties, our Herc had cash to burn. Now nouveau rich and famous, he could tell you what the Grecian earn."
Oh.
Isn't that amazing? He could tell you what the Grecian earn. I cannot believe someone thought of that.
They high-fived after that. You take the rest of the day off, I think.
Exactly.
You'd be on your deathbed going, I came up with Grecian earn.
Yeah.
That's so good.
The music was done by Alan Menken and lyricist David Zippel, and this would be Menken's final Disney film before he also retired from the mouse. So this is the last we're going to hear of Menken for the rest of the report, sadly. But he's still alive.
Still alive. So he made other stuff, it just wasn't for the mouse.
Yes, we're actually, I think we'll talk about it.
He retired from the mouse, but not from life.
Yes, exactly.
Is that allowed? Will Disney allow that, though?
No.
Still hanging on for 2 more films. We got Mulan in 1998, directed by Barry Cook and Tony Bancroft, and based on the Chinese legend of Hua Mulan, who disguises herself as a man in order to defend her country in war. Mulan stars, among others, Eddie Murphy as Mushu the Dragon in what is very clearly an attempt to recreate the Robin Williams as Genie magic, pinning it all on one celebrity instead of a full cast, I think. Composer Matthew Wilder and lyricist David Zippel wrote the songs, while Jerry Goldsmith composed the score, which was nominated for Best Score at the Oscars, though lost to Shakespeare in Love. But that's okay because everything lost that year to Shakespeare in Love, including Saving Private Ryan for Best Picture. Blame Harvey Weinstein. It's not the worst thing he's ever done. No nominations for Best Original Song for Mulan, despite Make a Man Out of You being the last great song of the Renaissance. Do we know Make a Man Out of You?
Sung by Donny Osmond?
I want to say
I think
Donny
it was
Osmond,
Donny.
totally.
I think I've seen him singing it like recently still.
Well, Michael Bolton did Go the Distance, like the studio record.
That was Michael Bolton.
I'll make a man out of you. We've got Let's Get Down to Business to Defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? Anyway, I'm not that close to Mulan, so I'm always way more flippant than Mulan fans are happy with.
Same. That wasn't one that I saw but didn't have I didn't have a copy of it, so didn't watch it a lot. That song slaps, and Donnie's voice is actually incredible in it.
Yeah.
Right,
really good.
Haven't seen that one.
Well, we'll be doing it. We'll wrap this up early so you and I have time to just watch and listen to a bunch of Disney songs.
Yeah, great.
Actually, you know what? Just call me on the way home. We'll both be driving. I'll play a bunch of songs for you.
Oh, we're going to do 3, 2, 1, play.
All right, no, you know what? I'll just listen and I'll sing.
Okay.
Originally, Pocahontas and Hunchback lyricist Stephen Schwartz was commissioned to write songs for Mulan, but he was poached from Disney by a new studio, a little studio you may have heard of these days called DreamWorks Animation. They poached him to work on the lyrics for their new musical epic, The Prince of Egypt. Heard of it?
Yes.
Were you a fan of Prince of Egypt? I think the songs in Prince of Egypt are like, they transcend like family movie and are just kind of like these beautiful ballads of like life and hope and God and like all these, they're such beautiful songs.
Wow. I don't remember. Well, I have seen The Prince of Egypt at some point, but I don't remember the music.
Yeah, no, the music's
that
awesome.
Clearly.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's vaguely ringing a bell.
What a cast! My God,
Yeah,
Sandra Bullock. Did I see Sandra Bullock's name? Jeff Goldblum, Danny Glover, Patrick Stewart, Helen Mirren, Steve Martin, and Martin Shaw. What the fuck? Val Kilmer,
Michelle Pfeiffer, Ralph Rafe Fiennes.
Rafe Fiennes.
Rafe Fiennes plays Ramses, I think.
Wow. That's
Val
cool.
Kilmer plays both Moses and God in the burning bush scene, which is kind of an interesting casting decision.
That's awesome.
Feels like it implies something. Wow. So, the Prince of Egypt, the co-founders of DreamWorks Animation, you also may have heard of. There's one guy called David Geffen who I haven't heard of, but the other two include Steven Spielberg and Jeffrey Katzenberg, who had helped build the company after leaving Disney on bad terms.
What the heck? And
the cat's out of the mouse.
Yes, that's
great. Oh my God, that's so good.
If it was the year 1994, that would be an award-winning industry headline.
That felt really good. I'm going to retire now.
The cat's out of the mouse?
The cat's
Are
out
you
of the
kidding
mouse.
me?
Now, AJ,
Holy shit.
were you doing a bit when you said you haven't heard of David Geffen?
I haven't heard of him. Who is he?
That's Geffen Records, you know?
Yeah.
He's a billionaire. He's a big art collector.
We're discovering here I'm hitting the same block I was worried about you guys hitting when doing a deep movie topic. I'm like, I know nothing about music, so thank you for telling me this. With half the brilliant minds behind the Disney Renaissance either dead, retired, poached by other studios, or spurned by betrayal, it's not exactly a surprise that all good things must come to an end, with 1999's Tarzan, directed by Kevin Lima and Chris Buck, being considered the final film of the Renaissance. Tarzan was based off another Edgar Rice Burroughs novel of a wild man raised by apes reconnecting with his human roots. That's my basic plot summary for Tarzan.
Well, I have done that one on Book Cheat, if people want to hear that.
There we go. We've got Minnie Driver, Glenn Close, Rosie O'Donnell, Lance Henriksen, and Wayne Knight in the voice cast.
Yep, and I've just realised again my favourite character was the gorilla friend played by Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
I always just like Turk. I always just like the funny friend.
Yeah.
You aspire to be the funny friend.
Yeah, and I've never
This
there.
was a running thread on Jess Writes a Rom-Com.
Yeah, the funny friend. The funny best friend is the dream role.
Do you know why?
Why?
It's because I think you don't have to consider yourself a romantic lead to be like, I'll be the funny best friend.
100%.
So you don't have to say to the world, I am hot enough to be the romantic lead.
Yeah, but you do have to say to the world, I'm funny. And
I am funny.
Sometimes that feels just as gross.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you've heard Just Writes a Rom-Com, and this is very apt for this week's episode, AJ, I really saw myself as a genie character.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, on the day of the rom-com recording, I was unavailable, so the genie was recast as
the
no
genie
one.
was written out of the script because Dave Warnocky was the only actor who could play it.
Correct. I messaged Dave before I started the script and said, "Are you available on this day?" And he said, "No." I said, "Then there will be no genie."
Cancel my mother's birthday.
So the film Tarzan is the first since Rescuers Down Under to not be a musical, though it does have an original soundtrack with a score by Mark Mancina and songs by Phil Collins, from which the Renaissance would win its final Oscar for You'll Be in My Heart.
Oh my God.
Do we know that one?
Yes, of course. It's so beautiful. That whole soundtrack's incredible. And I said that recently to a parent and they said, "Is it? Is it incredible if you've heard it 14 times a day?" And I said, "Well, this is why I don't have children, so I can still enjoy music."
I like Phil Collins as much as the next guy, but I guess I just wish this was a traditional characters singing the songs musical. It feels like it could be, and it disappoints me that it's not. I'm not that close to Tarzan as a movie, though. I feel like my big ones were Aladdin and Lion King and Hercules. I feel like those are the big three for me, which are the three best ones, I think. So I'm like, well, maybe Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid are probably better than Aladdin.
I'd say Tarzan was probably
Hercules. Actually, I like Aladdin more.
Of this selection. Tarzan's probably one of the big ones for me, and Lion King, and I don't know what might be third. But yeah, Tarzan was a big one for me. A lot of rewatch of that one.
Yeah.
Fuck, I want to watch Tarzan now. Every time you've talked about a new movie, I've gone, God, I want to watch this movie so bad.
That's why it's a good topic, right? Because it gets you like happy about your childhood again.
Exactly. And they're short movies because they're for children. So I think I've got no plans on Saturday and it's set to rain. I think I'm going to have a Disney marathon. Maybe I'll turn into a Disney adult.
Rescuers Down Under, here we come.
If I'm going to be a Renaissance purist.
Yeah, exactly.
In order.
Brandon Zachary of Comic Book Resources states that Tarzan is widely considered to be the finale of the Renaissance, as it was the final film in a row of Disney's that still adhered to many of the era's standard traits, including multiple songs, cutting-edge visuals, and celebrity cameos in small roles. Many of the same reasons that led to Disney's Dark Ages could be seen in the Renaissance's slow fade-out, not the least of which was the rise of CGI animated films. By the end of the millennium, Pixar had not only made Toy Story, but A Bug's Life and Toy Story 2 as well, blazing the trail for the new and exciting 3D world that Disney themselves would attempt with Dinosaur a year after Tarzan in 2000, and that movie sucks. Have you guys seen Dinosaur?
No.
Terrible film.
I have not seen Dinosaur.
Horrible to look at. I mean,
I'm not even entirely sure how to Google it. Dinosaur
Disney's
movie.
Dinosaur. Yeah.
There won't be many
watched
of
it on
those.
a plane when I was sort of in like my most sleepiest fever dream state, thinking that it's weird visuals would like do something for me, but it just made me angry. I watched the whole movie.
Yeah, I do remember this, and I don't know if it's like I think I'm remembering it almost from a ride at a
probably
possibly. But
Yeah.
that looks bad. But who's this? No, it's I was thinking it was someone else. No, it is. It's not. It's someone else.
This is
my
a
God.
roller coaster to sit next to.
Holy shit.
God, I'm fun.
Yeah.
It's not who I'm thinking
Who
of.
did you think it was?
I was thinking for a second it was the woman from what's the
Faulty Towers. She looks a bit like.
She does. No, what's the show? The bouquets.
Hyacinth's Bucket. Keeping Up Appearances.
Thank you. Richard is all I can
These
think
are all
of.
references that are
you
not
don't get
hitting me.
Patricia Routledge.
Yes, thank you, yes. Drive very slowly
And
past.
there is a character in Disney's Dinosaur that looks like a human woman, is what you're telling
No,
me?
not a character, an actor.
That was Joan
okay.
Plowright.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was not the same person. It was just an old lady and they all look the same to me.
In the years following Tarzan, Disney also fully purchased Pixar, with Pixar captain John Lasseter, who is now also cancelled, so don't say anything too nice about Toy Story.
Okay.
Eventually, he took up the high-up role of CCO at Disney Animation. His biggest addition to the post-Renaissance legacy is he's the guy who discontinued all the terrible and cheap straight-to-VHS sequels. So he's the guy who said, stop doing this, you're diluting the brand.
Nice.
So just to be clear, Disney Animation is a studio, Pixar is a studio. They are now both under Disney. but because they're different teams, because basically Disney's favoring Pixar and Disney Animation are having to pivot to be more like Pixar to keep up with the times. Just because I know Disney does own Pixar now, so it might seem like, why are they competing? It's not really a financial competition. It's a trend, I guess, animation trend. Yes, so the story of Pixar is its own episode, and even though their success is translated great for Disney's bottom line, the Disney Animation Studio responsible for the Renaissance were once again struggling to strike a chord with audiences heading into the 2000s. And of course, another huge disruptor came in 2001 when DreamWorks released Shrek. That's right, everybody. This is secretly a Shrek Origins episode.
Yes.
Finally, Eddie Murphy getting into that role like Robin Williams and stealing the show.
Yeah.
Totally. And you compare those characters and it's clear like one is way more like letting Eddie Murphy be part of the characters like Inception, I think.
Absolutely.
So Shrek was spearheaded by a pissed off Jeffrey Katzenberg. It opens with the titular character, who is a disgusting, ugly ogre, literally wiping shit off his ass with pages from a Disney-esque princess storybook before embarking on an adventure filled with lampshade-hanging digs at Disney, including legally distinct versions of public domain characters commonly seen in Disney movies like Snow White, Cinderella, Pinocchio. To rub salt even further, it is heavily speculated that the film's villain, the overcompensating Lord Farquaad, is based on the appearance of CEO Michael Eisner, Disney CEO Michael Eisner. You look up Michael Eisner, you'll be like, I can see it. Lord Farquaad in the movie, of course, lives in a Disneyland-esque medieval kingdom, which he callously rules with an iron fist. So it's thought that Lord Farquaad is basically Jeffrey Katzenberg telling Michael Eisner that he's a fuckwad. I guess is what's implied.
I feel like Katzenberg sounds like he really holds a grudge.
Absolutely. Shrek released the same day as Disney Pixar's Monsters, Inc. and would go on to beat Monsters, Inc. for the inaugural Best Animated Film Oscar at the 2002 Academy Awards. Imagine you're Disney and for 10 years you've been slumming it away making the best animated films of all time, and then the Oscars finally introduce a category that you would sweep and you get beaten by Shrek. A movie that is like made to like roast the actual corporation itself, right?
That is brutal. That's hard to take.
Disney's post-Renaissance era, as it's sometimes called, refers to films like Fantasia 2000, Dinosaur, as we mentioned before, The Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis, The Lost Empire, Lilo and Stitch, Treasure Planet, Brother Bear, and their final 2D animated film for a few years, Home on the Range, which is about like cows. I've never seen it. No. There's also early CGI features for the studio outside of Dinosaur, including Chicken Little, Meet the Robinsons, and Bolt. Many of these films have their fans, but these fan bases are considerably more niche as the films forego a lot of what made the 90s output so special, most notably being that only Fantasia 2000 and Brother Bear are musicals. The Emperor's New Groove was conceived as a more traditional continuation of the Renaissance thing and its musical approach, but the story of Emperor's New Groove is like a really depressing story of like this awesome idea slowly being stripped back one element at a time until it resembles something very different as the studio changed. Though I do still really like Emperor's New Groove. I think it's really funny, and it does have the cuntiest villains of the post-Renaissance era, I would say. So.
Yeah, I love Emperor's New Groove. Have you seen that?
Oh, maybe.
It's so funny.
It's really funny. It's funny in a way. Yeah. It's funny in the way that the previous movies were like beautiful. You know what I mean? Like its comedy is like almost what it's replacing the music with, I think.
Yeah. But that's helped a lot by the dumb henchman, Kronk.
Yeah. Kronk.
That's
played by
Patrick
Warburton. So we all know. Can you do a Patrick Warburton? I can play him from Family Guy. I can go better.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Better.
Have you seen? I saw a video recently of he has 3 sons, and each of them had a go at sort of redubbing one of the Kronk scenes, like and mimicking
Yes,
their dad.
yeah.
And one of them sounds exactly like
Amazing.
it's so
Cusco's
spot on.
poison.
I'm like,
The
he's just
poison from
miming.
Cusco.
Yeah. I think they're doing that line or something like it, and it's like, oh, he must just be miming. And then
Yeah.
you hear the other two and go, holy shit, he sounded just like his dad. It was crazy. It was really cool.
In 2009, kicking off what some call the revival era, Disney released The Princess and the Frog, their first traditionally 2D animated musical in years, and the first based on a princess since Mulan, and it made no money.
Yeah,
and
it
it is
wasn't super
speculated
popular.
that this is why John Carter was retitled from A Princess of Mars, is because Princess and the Frog made no money.
Oh, they were like, it's the title that's the problem.
It was that and
People
another
hate-
movie called Mars Needs Moms that didn't make any money, so they went, Princesses and Mars are bad movies to put in titles. Let's call it John Carter, just a normal guy's name. The revival era would go on to produce more musical princess all-timers like Tangled, Frozen, and Moana. All of these films are 3D animated, with the only 2D animated Disney feature in the last decade after Princess and the Frog being Winnie the Pooh from 2011. There's a Winnie the Pooh movie from 2011, and that's it. They haven't done 2D animation since then.
Wow.
I don't think the folks over at Disney, though, would be as cynical as I am about their output since the 90s. As from a capitalist perspective, they are doing better than ever. In the decades since the Renaissance, the company not only acquired Pixar, but also The Muppets, Marvel, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, X-Men, The Simpsons, and the rest of 20th Century Fox, their multi-studio output now securing them as one of the most powerful entities on the planet, obliterating the neat era framework that helped categorize the first 70 years of their filmography. Gets a bit messy out of here.
But there was that one time when some people left and then went and made other movies and did better than them.
Yeah,
That was
one time.
hard.
That was cool when that happened.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, wow. That's insane.
The Rescuers Down Under, being Disney's first big sequel, has kind of made it the most important film in the Renaissance after all, as franchising your popular IP is now the obvious financially smart move, though funnily enough, of the 10 Renaissance films, The Rescuers Down Under is the only film to not receive a shitty straight-to-VHS sequel or spin-off TV series or a Broadway musical adaptation or, of course, a live-action remake. Because Disney these days make a fuckload of money from simply remaking their classic movies in live action, quote unquote, form, literally harkening back to the Renaissance and beyond to dilute their brand and sell tickets. While these live action remakes are often derided by critics as being soulless husks, unfortunately, audiences really want to see this shit. Of the 10 Renaissance films, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Mulan, and The Lion King have all had live-action remakes in the past decade, with the 2019 Lion King remake grossing over $1.5 billion, landing it as the 12th highest-grossing movie of all time, and it's technically not even live-action. It's a CGI, it's live-action, in quotes, but it's
Oh, yeah, because they
CGI
tried to get
animals.
real lines and the lines could not remember their lines.
They're terrible.
They couldn't remember their lions. Yeah. Technically, I think The Lion King is either one of the highest grossing animated films of all time. The remake is technically, because it's technically an animated film.
For some reason, I didn't mind so much that they were doing live action of Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid, maybe because they're 30-year-old films. But when they turn around and do a live action of Moana at the same
we're
time,
about to talk about it.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
I'm like, and like How to Train Your Dragon, I'm like, we've
Yeah.
got it. It's a perfect film as is. Fuck, is that going to be a good my top 4?
Well, How to Train Your Dragon, interestingly, isn't Disney, but is the first non-Disney live-action remake of a beloved. It's the first time a company that isn't Disney have done that thing, which is ominous, to be honest. So 2025 saw a live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch, the first film after the Renaissance era to be honoured with that treatment, and that also cracked $1 billion, which is more than the animated film ever got close to making. And as you said, Jess, next month we're seeing the release of a live-action Moana remake, hitting cinemas only 10 years after the original and only a mind-boggling 18 months after the original animated film's theatrically released sequel. Moana 2 came out a year and a half ago, and we're already getting a live-action remake.
Right. And did Moana 2 do well?
I think it did, but it also was like repurposed from like one of these straight to TV concepts, and then they were like, oh, let's do it as a movie. So you can feel that cheapness. It's kind of nostalgic for the shitty straight to VHS sequels of old, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not as good. The music wasn't. It didn't. Because the music in Moana makes me cry real hard every time.
I see trailers for the live action Moana movie and I feel cold and dead inside. I think it is such a seeing The Rock, this man who's demonstrated in the past year alone how desperate he is to be taken seriously, to see him cosplay as his own, like a live action version of his own character, and they're just redoing everything. It's like it makes me think of like movies as being made for a different purpose from what I think they should be made for. Like this is being made as like a spectacle to make billions of dollars and placate families with young children, which is like evil, I guess. But it's just like, this is such, like, just show them the original film. Moana rocks. Like,
I say families with small children can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, show them Moana. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Just chuck that on. It's really good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet,
Oh,
but
man,
I'm
it's
sure
good.
we'll be watching
It's
it.
got good songs.
Yeah,
It's got
songs.
good songs. I like Moana's songs.
The one in particular, every time I go,
Really?
yes, beautiful.
The Disney Renaissance era was so successful because it returned to a winning formula, but it also expanded on that formula, enhancing it and taking it to new original heights. The live-action remakes return to that winning formula too, but the remakes are never as good as the animated originals, and they're all far too woke. No, I'm kidding. The state of Disney, and by extension cinema in 2026, is a strange yet familiar place where nostalgia is more important than innovation. Since its inception, film as a medium has always been about wonder, and animation even more so. And nearly 40 years ago, a couple of composers took a chance on a Little Mermaid and perhaps elevated audiences' expectations of wonder to unreasonable heights. A group of films that are so popular that an entire generation of moviegoers seems to have collectively said, these are the only movies I ever want to watch ever again. And that is my report on the Disney Renaissance era. Thanks so much.
Is he good or is he good?
Oh my God, give that man an Oscar.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Best podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you
Wow.
guys think? Has this changed how you view the world? The like there is, I guess there's a lot of things you could point to and be like, this is the reason the world is the way it is now. But like, I don't know, there's something about the nostalgic crack of the Disney Renaissance that seems to be like fueling so much of the still now, even though it's not all Renaissance films being adapted.
What I'm taking away from it is that my generation is the best.
I think that's a good takeaway, exactly.
Even though they were people 30, 40 years older than me making these films.
Yes.
So it's people of your generation making the crap now.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah.
These boomers making content for millennials as the millennial
Hang on.
godfather. You know?
I'd never say anything nice about boomers.
It's certainly given me a whole new list of movies to
whole
rewatch.
Whole new list of movies.
That's right. Probably because I reckon I've seen maybe five of the 10.
That's so. That's disgusting. And well, no, that's fine. Of that, just to go so hard and then just back it
Well,
up.
Jess, it's okay.
But then
disgusting.
what's so funny is when you're like, yeah, I haven't seen Moana. Have you seen How to Train Your Dragon?
No.
Right, and so I'm kind of going, it's surprising to me that you haven't. But these are movies for children that I, as an adult, have sought out to watch. So, like, the problem is probably me. But I think just with, like, I just trust them now. Pixar, like, every time they put something out, I'm like, well, this will be good. It'll make me cry. It'll be funny. I'll love it.
Yeah, great.
You know, it's trustworthy now.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
It's good, and I'm sure I felt like that with Bluey. I'm finally there now, but people would say how good it is, and I was like, well, I think I'm going to watch it forever when I have children. And then now I have a child, we are definitely watching it forever. So I think maybe similar to the newer Pixar movies that I haven't seen, I've always just assumed one day I'll watch them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've never seen Frozen, and I reckon in the next year or so, it's probably going to be on in my house every day.
Yes.
Yep. So I'm bracing for impact.
You could intercept with one of the 10 Renaissance films, Dave. I think a genuine recommendation from me would be like, these are like films that are like really enjoyable as an adult because they're so well crafted, and like a kid will just like see the flashing colours and lights and be
I think maybe the second movie we ever showed her was Aladdin.
Yeah.
When she was recently turned 2, and she loved the tiger, and when the tiger wasn't on screen, she would say, "Where tiger?"
Yeah.
"Where tiger?"
Hard out.
Every time a screen goes black, she goes, "More."
Yeah.
More. She thinks I've turned it off. She doesn't know what a fade to black is. She doesn't understand the conventions of cinema.
That's so funny. More. Yes, it is coming for you because my best friend's child just turned 4 and put on a full performance as Elsa, wig and all, at her 4th birthday party. We heard the entire Let It Go song, and she sang every word for us. So
That's
it's
beautiful.
coming for you,
That's
and it's
lovely.
coming soon.
I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, AJ, you've made me excited to see a lot of those, the Renaissance especially. Maybe not The Borrowers Down Under or whatever their name is.
The Rescuers Down Under.
The Borrowers.
Is there a movie called The Borrowers?
Yeah, they're similar size. They're like small people. This is small mice.
I certainly will not be watching The Borrowers Down Under. But you know, I'm excited to... I think we're going to start with Little Mermaid, where it all started, because I remember that being an absolute banger.
Oh, it's a good one.
They're all pretty good, I think, anyway. But yeah.
AJ, thank you for doing that. Get started on a Pixar one.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to hear the Pixar story.
Sure
and which one of those billionaire media people started Quibi? Were you talking about Quibi one day? Is that Katzenberg?
I think it might have been.
I think it might be Katzenberg. He started that. The streaming service on your phone that bombs really hard.
Oh. Only on your phone?
Yeah, founded by him.
Yeah, so I think he took a multi-billion-dollar punt on it. Like, it was short-form content, but like vertical video.
Oh.
And you'd watch like a TV series in 8 parts of like 5 minutes or whatever.
No.
Variety on, in 2023, Jeffrey Katzenberg on Quibi, quote, "I'm proud to own the failure."
Okay.
Hey, good for you! Because
Yeah.
I think at the time he did say this will change everything.
Okay.
Hey, they can't all be hits.
You have to believe that if you're throwing everything into it, you have to believe.
You can't be like, this is going to suck and ruin my credibility.
You wouldn't do it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you can do it. We've got 2 more episodes in the pipe. We've got Pixar and we've got Quibi, and we're looking forward to it.
Great. Quibi would probably be actually quite a good report. It's probably quite an interesting story.
And AJ, if we want to hear more of your glorious work, you have a whole back catalogue of pop culture that you've examined over the years.
Yes. It's funny. It's like in what is clearly like a great move in timing. If you go over to my podcast feed right now, you will see the second to last ever episode being posted. So, but that doesn't mean we're Cult Poptures, the podcast. We do a show called Film Franchise Fortnights. Every fortnight for the last 10 years, myself and Richard have randomly drawn or been given from our patrons a different film franchise to watch in its entirety and discuss. And closing out after 10 years, we are finally doing Star Wars. The episode, if you go to my feed, when is this episode dropping, actually?
What a fantastic question.
Because the whole show might be out the whole series might be done by
It sounds
then.
like it might be, because I think this will come out in a few weeks.
Well, that's okay, because you guys will be appearing on the third and final part of our series finale and a little guest voice note appearance. So there's some cross promotion there.
Yeah, that's right. You'll hear a little bit of us, slightly roasting you, but also
it's welcome. It's needed.
Paying tribute to.
It's required for my ego.
Yeah. So yeah, check it out, Cult Popture, and obviously, like you said, you got a decade of pods in the back catalogue to check out.
Yeah. We're very proud of what we've done. We thought it was funny because along the way we discovered like our niche was covering like like Look Who's Talking and Look Who's Talking Too and Look Who's Talking Now, as opposed to, or like the Earbud movies, you know, like these more niche franchises. The second to last one we did before Star Wars was Big Mama's House, just to paint the picture of what we're usually talking about.
Right.
And we thought it was funny that like over the years we'd established like this is where the content is, only for then our final episode, our community voted and we learned that no one has changed. We all just want to keep listening to a bunch of straight white men talk about Star Wars in the end. After all this time, that's still all it is.
Yeah. Despite all the work we've done, that's still all we want. Just want to hear some straight white men talk about Star Wars. Please, God, come on!
Cool.
Well, AJ, thank you so much for joining us, and we applaud all your hard work editing both the video and the audio of Do Go On. Thank you so much.
It is a joy in my life. It's like hanging out with my best friends without the pressure of having to reply to them in real time.
And that's how we prefer it as well.
Yeah, I can tell.
Because when we do hang out in person, you start talking and we go, hop, 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 hop.
Yeah, we're heading out. You keep talking here.
Yeah. You stay here, bud. You look after the house. See ya.
good.
We're going out for dinner. We've left you some kibble in a bowl.
Yay! Editor kibble. Editor treats.
Editor kibble. That's grim.
That's
grim.
what we call the inside jokes that you make in the preamble. We can call that editor kibble from now on.
That's right. We often spend a few minutes just giving you your own private podcast.
Now,
where Jess
beautiful stuff.
Says
very nice things.
Nice things.
Very
too.
nice things.
Yes, encouraging.
Agreed.
We've got
Check
it
out our Christmas special from last Christmas where I released.
That's right. On our Patreon, AJ edited about an hour of
It was
our
quite
preamble.
long. It was like a year's worth of preamble, where at one point you are trying to capture the camera's attention, but I didn't release the video version. So about 5 minutes of this is you guys going, where, with no context. It's maddening. Right. It's great.
The camera is voice activated on whichever mic we're on. So if you wanted to get it to film you for a second, you have to make some noises.
You looked absolutely insane doing that.
Ah!
No, but you'd also be trying to look like you weren't saying anything. So you'd be going,
That's right. We're trying to give you a still shot to edit with. So, like for the people at home, my Patreon, it's like this.
It's fun. It's the magic of filmmaking revealed to the fan base.
Yeah, it ruins the finished product.
Anyway, AJ, thank you so much. We'll speak to you very soon.
The Scouting Report's in. Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile. Get unlimited wireless for $25 a month forever and keep your phone. It's a veteran move. Unlock the savings at boostmobile.com/unlock. $25 forever requires customers to remain active on Boost Mobile Unlimited Wireless Plan. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
ActiveCampaign is the marketing automation platform built for big swings and big dreams. With intelligent suggestions, powered by AI and your data. Generate ideas in seconds, import your brand, and create full campaigns with simple prompts. Set personalized messages backed by real-time feedback, smart segmentation, and effortless reporting that tracks every win. Let's redefine what's possible together. Get started for free at activecampaign.com.
And as we say goodbye to AJ, we've also had an accident, so we've changed our clothes.
We both had an accident at the same time.
Yeah.
Separate,
yeah,
but similarly timed.
We're and I think I said this recently that we're kind of like twins born 2 days apart. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sometimes I'll be sitting at my house and I'm like, oh, Dave's had an accident. Oh no.
You call me up and I say,
It happened again.
Are you currently washing everything you own?
Yes. So
that's why if you're watching on video, because you support us on Patreon, thanks for your support, part of your money does go to our very hefty cleaning bill.
Yes.
Here at Do Go On.
I had to shower. That's why my hair's also different.
Yeah.
For people just listening, they're like, shut the fuck up. Get to our favourite part of the show,
Exactly.
which is the Patreon section where we get to and we want to.
We relish
the opportunity to thank some of the wonderful people who support us on patreon.com/dogoon.
Do Go On Pod, so sorry.
Thank you.
Jess started a separate one where she's keeping all the money for herself, so
as
don't
I
support
started to
that.
say it, I was like, why am I adding stuff I'm not sure about? It's been 10 years. I should know. But anyway, the first thing we like to do is a little section where people get to give facts, quotes, questions, brags, suggestions, really anything that they want it to be. They can also give themselves a title. And that section has a little jingle that I think goes something like this. Fact, quote, or question. Oh, that was a nice ding. He always remembers the ding. I always remember the sing. And Dave, are you going to read out or am I doing it? I'm doing it. That's why I have it open.
That's right. You said that you'd be happy to do it if you've learnt to read in the last 15 minutes.
There's something not always firing up here. Do you know what I mean?
Some would say never.
Yeah, I said not always because just every now and then. Remember how just every now and then I do something that seems smart and we all go, whoa!
Wow, but the distance between incidents is getting longer and longer.
Isn't it? He thinks he's kidding, but
I'm kidding.
It's true. It's crazy. Anyway, and at home, I'm the smart one.
Wow.
At home, I'm like, Hayden literally says that I never make mistakes.
Well, okay, what's the order? Jess, Aiden, Goose?
Yeah, Goose eats his own shit. Okay,
Okay.
You know, Aiden might be a little hapless, but he is a capable human adult.
Okay, good to know.
Goose,
Not a capable human at all.
No, barely an adult.
Yeah.
He's only 6, not even. Anyway, so...
Isn't it weird when Humphrey's a similar age when they overtake you if you did the dog conversion?
Yes, Goose and I were the same age last year, and then he'll turn 6 in September, and I'll turn 36 in August, and then he overtakes me. But for one sweet year, we were the same age.
That's beautiful.
My little Virgo boy. Pretty cute. Anyway, so this is a section where people, like I mentioned, give the facts, quotes, questions, brags, suggestions. They contribute to the show however they want to. It's really up to you, which is, we're putting all the power and all the responsibility on you. So we've got 3 this week. The first one is from Zoltan.
Oh! I can't just say Zoltan.
Zoltan.
So, gee, where's my car? So that is, yeah.
Yes. God, I haven't seen that in a long time. What does mine say? Dude! Zoltan, they've spelt it, it's ZOLT AA all lowercase and then 4 uppercase A's and an N. So that's why I pronounced it the way I did, and I think I probably nailed it. Zoltan has given themselves the title, the captain of the Brigadier Barge out of Barbados. Matt, please say this as you do. Okay. Captain of the Brigadier. How does he say barge? Barge? Barge out of Barbados.
Barbados, of course.
Yes. I hope I did you and Matt proud then. And Zoltan has a question. The question is, this membership is long overdue. That's not a question. We agree.
We're not questioning you. Zoltan, we're not questioning you.
No. I've been listening to Do Go On for several years now, but I started with episode 1 and I'm currently only up to episodes from early 2023. I always thought I'd join the Patreon when I caught up, but when you announced you're coming to Canada, I knew I had to act fast, and I already have tickets for my wife and I to see you in Vancouver.
Yeah!
It'll be an 11-hour train ride from Oregon, but it's a trip we've been wanting to take, and this is the perfect excuse. My question is, what's a moment from a kid's movie that makes you genuinely laugh out loud, but you're kind of ashamed to admit it because you're an adult and you should be doing adult things? Oh, is that how you're going to spend your life? Laughing at entertainment for children? What a disappointment you are. I've watched so many children's movies. Post doing this... What am I trying to say here?
Oh, after AJ's report.
Yeah.
Because we did have a little break because things have been recorded slightly out of order.
Yes.
You've gone home and you've watched a bunch of these movies.
Yes.
Which ones?
I've watched The Lion King. I've watched Tarzan. I watched the Lizzie McGuire movie. That was unrelated.
Yep.
There was another one we watched as well. We're on a bit of a tear at the moment, watching some Disney. Great stuff. Hercules is the other one.
Ah, great.
Very funny.
That's fun.
Oh, and actually, I have a perfect answer for this.
Yes.
Oh, my God. But I'll continue. Because as we always like to encourage people to answer their own questions, and they say, anyway, my answer is in the live-action Grinch movie when the Grinch has to judge a pudding competition, and as spoonful after spoonful is shoved into his mouth, one of the contestants with a German accent tells him, "This is not pudding." It gets me every time. Thanks for finally coming to North America. I'll see you in September, barring injury or financial ruin. Hey, likewise.
Exactly. We pray for you.
Okay, so I have one from
Great.
Hercules. So, and I was telling Aiden this as we were watching Hercules, that when I was on schoolies, which, I mean, when you finish high school in Australia, it's like spring break, I guess, but we usually go to the Gold Coast or anywhere in Australia, usually a beach.
Yeah, somewhere beachy.
And you get pretty drunk. Because by the time we finish school, it's summer here. So I was on schoolies with a group of friends. We had like a house we'd rented, and we were watching Disney movies. And there's a scene where Hercules walks past Hades, the baddie, and he sort of like punches him like this, and his whole face caves in. And I pissed myself laughing the first time. Like, you know when something you just really lose it? I was cackling for ages, and his face ends up kind of looking like a butt. And I said something like, "How's the view, bum face?" Not particularly funny, but my friends and I would say that all the time for years later.
Be honest, you were really high, weren't you?
I wasn't high. I was probably drunk. I wasn't cool enough to be high.
I love that you've written your own little Disney-style quip. How's the view, butt face?
But it's not even good.
They should say that in the movie.
Oh, man. And so then I was prepared for that again when it happened in Hercules. It was still funny, but not as funny as the first time.
Okay, I'm trying to think of one that I've got. I watched Moana 2 last night.
Oh.
With my
Have you seen
daughter.
Moana?
No.
Okay.
She has, but so I was doing a bit of catch up.
Sure. You're asking her, who's that?
What the hell is going on?
She's 2. Who's that?
Oh, you idiot. That's Maui. He's a demigod,
What's
okay?
the backstory here?
This doesn't make sense.
Who's voicing the chicken?
I was really surprised by who Moana is because I'd seen I lied to you. I'd seen the first 5 minutes of the first Moana. And at the start of the movie, she's like a 5-year-old or something.
True.
I'd never seen her grown up. So this, like, I guess teen walks onto the thing and I was like, who the hell's that? And I was like, that's Moana. I was like, no, she's not. She's just like a 5-year-old. But she's just 5 for like 5 minutes.
You really haven't seen much of Moana 1 because, it's like it's a very brief scene.
Yeah, from then on, I didn't watch any. And I did laugh out loud at there's Dwayne The Rock Johnson's character is heavily tattooed, and there's like a tattoo that he interacts with, and it gives him a bit of a nipple cripple at one stage, and that is good stuff.
That's funny stuff.
That was my moment, but I'm trying to think of the other ones I've watched recently. I don't know if I was laughing that much out. Maybe I was laughing at Dick Van Dyke's accent. In
Oh,
Mary
yeah.
Poppins.
I tell you what, The Lion King, Timon and Pumbaa, fucking
Still got it.
Still got it. Nathan Lane, holy shit.
That's funny stuff.
I always loved those characters and I still really love them. And they're always voiced by comedic actors or comedians. And they're like, I don't know, they're just delivering lines in a really natural, comedic way instead of like, what are we going to do? It's just like, ah, my God, this guy, am I right? And it's just so funny. Timon and Pumbaa, still really good stuff.
That's funny.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Zoltan. Next up, from Jake Seymour. Jake's given themselves a title, just a fella who's about to be real sore. I don't want to know.
Is there an explanation coming?
Maybe.
Have they submitted not a fact quoted question, but a stunt?
They're going to do a stunt. Jake's giving us a question, brag, but mostly a shameless plug and request. There's a lot going on here.
Great.
Okay, hello. I am writing to inform the great people of Dugawan that I, Jake Seymour, will be cycling 200 miles or 321 kilometres or 1,844 MCGs, if I understand the conversion rate correctly, on May 30th, 2026. So this is past even at the time we're recording it.
Yeah, I'm sure you made it.
I'm doing this on the gravel roads, Kansas, at a race known as Unbound, and I'm raising money for a charity to be joining their team. The charity is the Chris Klug Foundation, which supports organ donation and transplant participants by increasing awareness and helping research. This feels monumental to me, both for the physical demand but also the emotional importance that I have to help this organisation. I'm going to ask for forgiveness, not permission, to share my donation link now. Hopefully I can share this in the Facebook group and in the episode thread on Patreon too. If all goes well, fingers crossed, I have a goal to finish in 18 hours, which is going to be a mind-numbingly long time to ride a bike. So, if you would be so kind, answer this question. What's an album you would listen to if you were on a bike for 18 hours in the middle of Kansas during summer? Would it be something to keep you sane or keep you pumped up or let you slip into hysteria? To answer my own question, I'll say Radiohead's In Rainbows. I hadn't listened in so long, but it's a classic. I'll add your recommendations to my playlist, and to anyone that donates, please share with me your recs, and I will have to listen while I'm doing my ride, which unfortunately you've done.
Oh, I'm so
We're
sorry.
We're too late.
Yes, that's the thing. We don't read these ahead of time, so I apologise for not getting it. But In Rainbows, that's probably my favourite Radiohead album, so I think that's a great choice.
Okay, first and foremost, huge effort. Congratulations. Yes. I hope you finished in 18 hours. I'm not sure if we've seen anything in the Facebook group. If you have posted about this, if Dave's just listening to Radiohead.
I'm listening to the Monster Mode. We had to play it 3 times on the way home the other day because it was the first time my daughter had ever heard it, and it blew her mind. So my suggestion would be, first of all, play Monster Mash on repeat till you go so out of your mind that the pain doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and I would add Love Shack.
Oh, great track.
Yeah, once you feel like you're going insane from Monster Mash, change over to Love Shack and listen to that as long as possible. But that is an absolutely huge
18 hours.
ride. I hope it went really well. I hope you're okay. What album would I recommend? The Darkness? Permission to Land?
Permission to Ride.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, just try and think of parody songs for every song. That'll distract you.
Yeah, that's very distracting. Absolutely huge. I don't know if I've seen this in the Patreon group before, but if people can still donate, please share it if you haven't already. That's huge, Jake. Congratulations.
That's great. Should we read out the link just in case? We should read it out just in case that it is still, hopefully it's still active.
Okay, so it's runsignup.com/Seymour200miles. SEYMOUR.
Okay.
Huge.
So it's a great cause. My actual album suggestion would be I've been listening to a lot of The Clash recently.
No, you said Monster Mash, so we move on. No, I'm kidding.
Is that from I mean, you could put it the original Monster Mash. There is a full album here, and they are all like monster parody songs, including Bella's Bash, Sinister Stomp, Transylvania Twist. Okay, these are going to be my answer. 16 songs, 39 minutes. You cannot go wrong with Bobby Boris Pickett and the Crypt Kickers. The other one would be the Clash's debut album, but just go for it's fast, keep you going. But I still think that you should go with the Monster Mash.
As on repeat.
On repeat.
Finally, for Factoid, a question from Rowan Seam. Rowan's title is Vice President of Film Studies. Whoa.
Okay.
And Rowan's given us a compliment.
Getting ready.
It says, I was too shy to say anything, but I was at your live show on April 19th. Came from Seattle for a little vacay and saw a bunch of comedy shows as well as yours, which was a delight and had me crying laughing. Also a delight was Matt and Seren in a very different genre for their drunken final hurrah. By the way, a female cuck is called a cuck queen. So I guess ultimately this is a fact more than anything else, and you're welcome. Now, we must have asked that question, or Matt did.
Okay, yeah.
Hard to say.
Feels like Matt and Seren might be asking that on stage.
That's lovely that you came over for a vacay. Lovely that you could make it to one of the shows. Please don't feel like we'd be hurt that you didn't say hello. That's fine.
But it's nice to know you were there.
It's so nice to know you were there.
Came a long way. Appreciate that.
And nobody's ever under any obligation. You can just walk straight past us if you want to. That's okay. But I hope you enjoyed your time in Melbourne, and thank you for coming to the show.
We had a great time, and I'll be, I guess, trying to slip Cut Queen into conversation.
Yeah. Go off, Cut Queen! Stuff like that.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, Cut Queen.
As you often say.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some people say, go piss, girl. You could be like, go piss, Cut Queen. There's all sorts of options for you, Dave. You'll be able to slip it in really naturally. So thank you to Rowan, Jake, and Zoltan. What's the next thing we need to do, Dave?
We'd like to shout out to people that have been supporting the show on patreon.com/dogoonpod on the shout out level or above. They've been waiting a few months now, and we like just to read their name out on air so they know that, hey, we're here for them, as well as them being here for us. And usually, Jess, you come up with a game or a nickname or something that you can give them relating to the episode.
What do you think I'm Googling right now?
Disney character generator.
Yes. We're going to give them all a Disney character. What do you think about that?
That is absolutely fantastic.
Oh, it literally is just coming up with a name. It's not even going to show me pictures, but that's okay. I'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. You have to, it's...
If I don't know who they are...
I got that wrong around. I thought it was only images.
No, it's
so
only
it was like, hey, I was going to do a quiz. So you've got the generator. I'm going to read out the people's names and where they're from. A few people in the Fortress of the Moles this week, so we don't know where they are, which means just a little hint that we give out a Christmas card every year. We send out sort of late November, and you get it on this tier on Patreon. But if you don't give us your address, that means we can't send one to you.
Yeah, and that's if you don't want to give us your address, that's absolutely fine.
That's fine.
But if you want a postcard, we need to know.
Check it out. Just in the back end of Patreon, you go to your details, and
we're not going to turn up at your house.
We swear.
Not again.
Yeah, we did that a few times, and it always got weird.
Yeah, people were like, what the fuck are you doing here? And it's like, you gave us your address.
Yeah, thanks. We heard you came to a show and didn't say hello on the way out, so we thought we'd come say hi to you. First, I'd like to thank from location unknown to us. They're probably deeper than the Fortress of the Moles. Listen to this right now. And hello to the Fortress and as well as Michelle Harrison.
Michelle Harrison is Cobra Bubbles.
Oh, that's from
Lilo and Stitch.
I have seen that one.
He's like a cool CIA agent.
Oh, yeah.
Former CIA agent. He's fun and cool. I like him. You have seen Lilo and Stitch?
Yes, the cartoon version.
Does Stitch remind you of Goose?
I thought until I watched it that Stitch was a dog.
Right, no, he's not.
Pop culture had not filtered down to me. I thought it was about a little girl and her dog.
No.
And then within minutes, I'm like, he's an alien?
He's an alien.
And he's like a killing machine.
Yeah. But
anyway,
he's also really cute.
He's really cute. And Goose is also a killing machine.
With his farts.
Yeah, that's true. Next up, I'd like to thank from a location unknown to us, it's Ross, R-O-S-S. I don't know why I'm spelling these out. Sorry about this. You've got 1998 in your email, so congratulations being younger than me.
Ross is Dash Parr from The Incredibles.
Oh, that's the little boy, is it?
Yes, and he can run real fast. That's his superpower.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I'd like to.
You haven't seen most of it over Matt's shoulder on a flight?
Yeah, because he fell asleep and I just watched the rest of it. Next up from Norwood in Tasmania, it's Ellen Dewar, or Ellen Dewar. Dewar? How would you say that?
Dewar.
Sorry, Ellen.
Dewar. Fix-It Felix Jr., which I'm going to guess is from Wreck-It Ralph. Yes, Fix-It Felix.
From Wreck-It Ralph, Fix-It Felix. Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Haven't seen that, but look forward to it. Next up from Milwaukee in Wisconsin, it's Leah or Leah Manley.
Is another one from Lilo and Stitch. Gantu. Who is that?
We're about to find out.
Oh, fucking, I just Googled the letter V. Main antagonist. He's a brutish captain of the Galactic Federation and a long-standing rival of Experiment 626. That's
Stitch. Right. He's always trying to kill Stitch.
Yeah.
He's like an assassin.
It kind of looks like he's almost like a fish man.
He looks a bit like if you watched Street Sharks in the early to mid-90s.
Yes, he looks like a street shark. That's absolutely true, yes.
We're bringing it back home now to Ivanhoe in Victoria, Laura Chizutsky.
This is a great one.
Or Chizowski. What do you reckon?
Chizutsky.
Yeah, I love it. It's a great name.
Olaf from Frozen.
Oh, right.
That's a good one. Played by Josh Gad. Great comic relief.
Okay, fantastic. I still haven't got to Frozen yet.
He has an entire song about how he would really like to experience summer, even though he doesn't realise he's a snowman and he'd melt.
No.
In summer! It's a lot of that. It's really fun.
That's great. Thank you to Laura. And next up, from Bury St Edmunds in Great Britain, it's Adam Nibbs.
Adam Nibbs, a.k.a. Bambi.
Google, where's that from?
Okay, let's have a look.
Is that another Stitch one?
Bambi. I'm just going to put this into the Google over here. Sorry, everybody.
Don't type a V again.
I put Bambi that time.
Oh, Beloved, 1942.
Well, it's a coming-of-age drama.
I have to put that on the list.
Yeah, so Bambi, you're the tiny little deer. So cute. I saw a video of a deer the other day.
He just became 95 years old. What's been happening, Grandma? Oh, I saw a video of a deer the other day.
There's a little baby deer, and it was kind of like stuck in a tube. Not a tube, like a slide. It was stuck on a slide and it couldn't get out. And then it got out. It was really cute. It made a cute little noise.
That's really funny.
I realised halfway through that it wasn't interesting.
That's why I saw a video of a deer the other day and then you went and be like, what am I fucking telling this?
Shut up.
Who cares?
Sorry, everyone.
Thanks, Nibsy. You're Bambi. Next up from Hereford in Great Britain, it's Frank T. Weasel.
Ooh.
So we just give
Frank T. Weasel. A.K.A. Aurora from Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, which one's Aurora?
She's Sleeping Beauty.
Really?
Yeah, her name's Aurora.
Who's Sleeping Beauty then?
Aurora. That's her.
Well, that's confusing for kids.
Okay. The movie should be named after their name.
It should be Sleeping Aurora.
Yeah.
And when she's awake, she should be called Waked Up Aurora.
Waked Up. Just like Tangled should be called Rapunzel.
I'm so sorry. Is Tangled about Rapunzel?
Yeah. Tangled is Rapunzel.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's great. It's a lot of fun.
Back in my day, Bambi was about Bambi.
Shut the fuck
Little
up.
Mermaid was about the Little
All
Mermaid.
right, old man.
I suppose her name's Ariel too. Anyway, okay. Next up, from a location unknown to us, it's Kaylin Loxton. Am I saying that one right, do you reckon?
I reckon.
Kaylin Loxton.
And another leading lady, Ariel.
From what movie? Sorry, I just said it.
The Little Mermaid.
Wow, that's a big one.
That is a big one. That's a big one.
Kaylin, that's powerful.
Yeah.
And from
pretty cool
the
stuff.
from the Renaissance, as we heard.
That's right.
From AJ. And finally, from a location unknown to us, probably back in the Fortress, it's Kyle Campbell.
Kyle, can I say congratulations? Because you are Robin Hood, that sexy fox.
God, how do we always talk about this fox?
Oh,
it keeps coming up.
I've got to rewatch Robin Hood.
Yeah, that's
See
good.
if that fox is still sexy.
See if you still got it.
Ooh, who even voiced him?
You look that up while I thank these people.
Okay.
Thank you again to Kyle, Kaylin, Frank, Adam, Laura, Leah, Ellen, Ross, and Michelle.
It was 1973.
Really?
What a time to be alive.
So that's Silver
Brian
Age.
Bedford. This is the voice of Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this absolute sex pot.
Oh, my gosh.
No offense, Brian, but not for me.
That is... He's just from the past.
And people in the future are welcome to say I'm an uggo.
Yeah. This passed for a podcast host in the 2010s and 20s? Apparently so. So next up, finally we're going to see if there's anyone in the Triptych Club this week. Oh my goodness, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 names.
There's a few. Okay, so how this works is people who are welcomed into our exclusive club after supporting us for 3 consecutive years on the shout-out level or above. I'm behind the bar. I've got any food and drink you've seen in a Disney movie, I've got it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like when Aladdin steals an apple or something?
I've got apples.
Really? What about poison apples?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you got to be very specific when you're ordering.
Thinking about
because I will default to a poison one.
That was the default. You got to say non-poison apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'll give you a non-poison apple.
Great.
But anything from a Disney movie.
Right. Could I have like fried Nemo or something? Is that too far?
So okay, I don't mean you get to cannibalize any.
But people eat fish.
I know people eat fish.
Venison, Bambi.
But if we learn anything from Nemo, it's that fish are friends, not food.
Okay, I do remember that bit.
So whatever.
Flake. Eat one of the sharks. Turn the
Take
tables.
that, Barry Humphries.
Yeah, cop that.
Piece of shit.
Cop that, Eric Banner.
Yeah, he's a hammerhead. I don't know who the third one is.
Oh, it's someone famous too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, now we just have to go.
Okay, we'll have to check that out.
Sharks in
while Jess is talking about that, I also book a band every week, and you're never going to believe who just said yes to this. And I think they might have been in the club before, but they're coming back. Guess who's?
Who?
Guess who's here?
Who?
Phil Collins.
Whoa!
But he's only doing songs from Tarzan exclusively, which you're excited about.
God, so I rewatched it.
People like, play Susu Studio,
He's
whatever.
like, no.
No. Yeah, in the air tonight, piss off.
Piss
You're not
off.
a real fan.
How dare you? Why isn't it just like who played them?
Yeah, that's crazy. You can't find that. What have you tried?
I said sharks in Finding Nemo. Actors. This is good stuff.
Oh, Bruce Spence.
Oh yeah, he's famous, is he? Dave said, he's someone. He's pretty famous.
There is New Zealand Australian actor. He's in Mad Max 2 and Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome.
Okay, yeah. No, he's definitely as famous as
Over
Eric
100
Bana.
film and television credits.
Yeah. No, good on you.
But like, I thought it would be annoying if we said, oh, who's the other one? It's like Rove or something.
Couldn't agree more. But Rove is in it.
Yeah.
He plays a crab.
I know he's in it, but...
I know he's in it, he says. Okay, so...
Oh my God, this guy's big enough to be a shark. He's 2 meters 1 tall, Bruce Spence.
Whoa!
So don't knock the great man.
No, I'm not knocking him. I'm knocking you, but not him. So we've got Phil Collins in doing Tarzan.
Tarzan
That's
songs.
huge, actually, because they go off, those songs. They're so beautiful. Ugh. All right, so I will read out some names. Normally that's Matt's role. He reads out names. You hype them up. I hype you up. I'll just do the first and third part, and you just stick to your second bit. Are you ready?
I'm gonna absolutely
clear the mind.
clear.
I believe in you. First up, from Calgary, or as we're now calling it, Calgary in Canada, Jordan Nassie.
Jordan Nassie. Some people like the Loch Ness Monster. I much prefer the Loch Nassie Monster.
Ooh, from South St. Paul in Minnesota, it's Talia Cruz.
Some people think I'm being obtuse, but I'm being obcruse when I say I love Talia.
Oh, Cruz. Yeah, I like that. I like that very much. Next up, from Medford, MA, Maryland.
Yeah, let's go for it.
That's
probably not actually. You keep looking. You keep looking.
Massachusetts.
It's Massachusetts. You're correct.
Yep, it's Kirsten Brown.
I got a Thurston for Kirsten.
Ooh, that's nice.
I got a Thurston for Kirsten.
Yeah. In our accent, it would be like, Thurston. That was really good. In our accent.
Yeah, exactly.
From Los Angeles in California, it's Jacob Papanek.
Up next, Papanek.
Ooh!
It's Jacob.
Yeah!
Oh, Pepper next. Oh, that's better. Pepper next. It's Jacob.
From location unknown, but I think we do know, it's Dave Coupe.
Oh, David Coupe. I believe it's is it David Coupe is how we really say it, but
Coupe.
We've really what was the thing?
Cookie Monster.
Oh, sorry, Dave the Cookie Monster Coupe.
Woohoo!
We love your work, mate.
Next up, from Surbiton in Great Britain, it's Samantha Fletcher.
Oh, stop trying to make Fletcher happen.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
Woo! Woo! Scratching my ear. Woo!
From Jasper in Indiana, it's Brian Olive.
Brian Olive. I like my martinis dirty with Brian in them.
A little extra Brian in my martini.
A little extra Brian juice for mine.
Brian juice. And from location unknown, deep within the Fortress of the Moles, it's SJ.
SJ, of course, stands for Seriously
Jealous.
Jammin'. Oh, yeah.
Jammin'. Woo! Next up, from Salinas in California, it's Anthony.
Anthony, I hope you are in Panthonies because obviously we have a strict dress code.
That is mandatory.
Yeah, people have to be clothed on the way in.
Oh, yeah, then nude up.
That's fine.
Thank you to Anthony, SJ, Brian, Samantha, David, Jacob, Kirsten, Talia, Jordan. You absolute legends.
Oh, David Coupe.
Nobody in the Triple Triptych Club this week, Dave, which means it's time for us to get the bloody hell out of here.
Hey, thank you so much for everyone that supports the show on Patreon or just listens at any time, anywhere in the world. Of course, you can suggest a topic at any time. We should say that. You don't have to be on Patreon. Sometimes there's a bit of confusion there. Go to our website or the link in the show notes to be part of that. But apart from that, Jess, what are we going to tell people?
That we love them, that you can find us on social media at Do Go On Pod or Do Go On Podcast on TikTok. And a reminder that we're coming to Canada in September of 2026. So if you're in North America and you can make it to any of the Canadian cities, again, the info's on our website or on socials, but we'd love to see you there.
We'd love to see you there. Thank you so much. Hey, we'll be back next week with another episode. But until then, thanks again to AJ for reporting. But until then, goodbye. Bye. Genuinely, AJ, this bit's just for you, but you nailed it.
That's from him.
You changed Jess's life. She watched like 4 Disney movies this week.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that otherwise.
Yeah.
I haven't seen my kids. No, don't worry about it.
Don't forget to sign up to our tour mailing list so we know where in the world you are and we can come and tell you when we're coming there.
Wherever we go, we always hear 6 months later, oh, you should come to Manchester. We were just in Manchester. We were just there,
but this way you'll never miss out. And don't forget to sign up, go to our Instagram, click our link tree. Very, very easy.
It means we know to come to you, and you'll also know that we're coming to you.
Yeah, we'll come to you, you come to us. Very good.
And we give you a spam-free guarantee.